Hello, 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 and welcome everybody. It is finally time to do one of these. This is our end of year in review, and we're also going to be discussing what the plans for 2025 is going to be. So, thank you to everyone that has obviously helped to make 2024 be the year that it is. We've had some ups, we've had some downs, we've changed the channel a little bit. We've gone back and forth, we've done a few things. But there's one thing that I think a lot of us can agree on for this specific year is that we finished a lot more things than we've ever done before in the history of this channel. And that for me is a very, very huge accomplishment, especially, someone who has ADHD as bad as I do. Um, Actually being able to say that I finished more games this year than I've ever done on the channel previously is really huge for me. And of course, there's a lot of things that can contribute to that. Me being finally that I'm on some ADHD medicine that helps with staying on track and things like that. And then there's other reasons too, just really trying to set a particular focus for the channel, trying to dive into things that others aren't doing, and just trying to make this channel the best that we can possibly make it. That's the whole point. I love what I do. I love the fact that I get to sit here every day and play video games. I mean, how many people get a chance to say that? Not a lot. And those that do get a chance to say it, it sometimes it comes and then it goes just as quickly as it came. So the fact that we've been here now on this channel for, oh my gosh, what? Since 2010. So that would make this our 14 years on the channel, which means that in February it'll be 15 years. That is, wow. I mean, I'm just trying to think of myself where I was in my life 15 years ago. And obviously, 15 years ago, I think a lot of us can say that we were completely in different different parts of our lives. Some of you may have been, some of you may have been still like, just a little kid or something, or we've gone a long way and we're doing a lot. Oh my gosh, Vic, seriously, I just started. Dang it, why do I always make that thing so small that I can't read it? And it doesn't, because you do it straight through PayPal, I guess, or I don't, it doesn't tell me that you're doing it, so it's so weird. Well, Vic already starting the channel. Jeez, you gotta be, at least let me talk for a little bit. Vic already starting with a donation for $100. I could not see what it said. I don't know why. Look, see, this is what I see, so you guys can actually see kind of what I'm looking at here when I look at the chat. So I see this right here, and as you can see, nowhere in here does it say Vic donated. It, for whatever reason, it shows up on the thing, but it's not showing up in here. I don't know, maybe because there's a filter. It says no, all the things are on, but for whatever reason, Vic, when you do a donation, it doesn't show up right here, so I can't read it. Normally, it would show right here, and I'd be able to like read what it says right here, but I can't see it. So if you said something in there, let me know what it was. But thank you, my friend. Always helping out the channel, bro. So I've been sick the last few days. My wife is still sick. She's downstairs laying on the couch. We always get sick around this time. Jen is sick all the time because her immunity system is so bad. Immunity? Did I say immunity system? Her immune system is so bad. And that's why she's got her court meeting to try to get Social Security. So we'll see. Hopefully that'll go good for us in February. But she gets sick very easily. I've been getting sick because Ella gets sick very easily. So it seems like Ella has kind of adopted her mother's traits in a lot of ways. She's already on an inhaler, unfortunately. So she does have asthma. So she's already started that. And she gets sick all the time in school because she is just one of those little kids that just loves to go around touching everything. She's essentially me as a little kid, but she's already better. Ella's already feeling better. She still has a nasty cough, but Jen's still sick. I'm still sick, but I'm sitting here because, I want to do this year in review so you can lay out our plans and kind of everything that we got planned for the new year and what we're trying to accomplish for 2025 and stuff like that. Hello, Nicholas. Hello, Swift Gamer. Natalie, welcome. Happy holidays to you as well, Vic. Okay, so that's what you said. Awesome. Hey, Homer. Hey, Strain, my wife got me the new Meta Quest 3. This is what Christoph says. And wow, oh, wow, the Batman game is so good, right? It is, right? Yeah. I really felt like I was Batman. Thanks for showing the game a while back. Yeah, man, dude, Christoph, it was. I really, really enjoyed it. I haven't been able to play my Quest in a little bit, just with everything going on, man. There's just so much going on right now. Um, one thing that I found is that it's very hard to watch Quest games for you guys, like just in general, right? Because it doesn't properly transfer over to 3D when you're streaming or when you do a video of a VR game. The audience is only seeing it in 2D, but all it does is move the camera so much that it just looks like someone's just like kind of moving it around, and it doesn't look good, and it makes it hard for a lot of people's eyes. For me, it's not as bad because since I only see out of one eye, hey, I didn't know if you know this or not or knew this, but I only see out of one eye. And because of that, it's not as bad for me because it's harder for me to focus, and therefore I can stand the quicker movements around and things like that. If I'm watching, like, say, a virtual reality video or something like that, and I'm just sitting there regularly, not with a headset on. But for those of you that have never played VR, it's so different inside the actual VR headset because you're the one moving the camera around. So because you're the one that's moving your face and your eyes, it doesn't have that same effect on you like it does when you're just sitting there watching a 2D screen being moved around like that. So it's not as bad as a lot of people think. And a lot of people can't do VR, because they get motion sickness very easily, but it's not as, for me, VR is very easily to handle because it's just one eye processing it. So it doesn't give me a headache or anything like that. But it's still so much fun to do. So yeah, definitely glad you got a chance to play the Batman game. I'd also recommend playing Assassin's Creed Nexus because that's really fun in VR as well. Especially if you're really big into the Assassin's Creed series and stuff. So let's get on with this year in review. And again, thank you so much to Vic for that. I appreciate you, bud. All right, so let's do this. Okay, so here we go. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go over to our video tabs. We're going to be kind of switching between the video tab and the live tab. Now, I was debating on whether I wanted to do like a video, right? Like an actual edited together properly video of going over the entirety of what we've done this year, except that's just so much work and I don't have time for that with sickness and everything else going on and me trying to do videos. I just don't have a lot of time to do a very, very deep analysis into kind of what we've done. So I felt that this was the best way to do it because this allows me to go over each and every single walkthrough that we've done. I can let you guys know where I kind of rank it in the systems of all the stuff that I've done. Yeah, so let's get this started. Let's just start. We're going to start with videos first because it's going to be a smaller section because this year we did not do as many videos as we have done in the past. That is because after we started the year, we kind of switched the premise of the channel and we went to a more of a 100% platinum style channel. And when we did that, we made it pretty much live stream format only. So you're going to go like months where we might not even have a video or maybe one or two videos and that's it, because we did just every day, live streaming and getting those 5-6 hour videos a day kind of live streaming size. Now, here's the thing. These live streams, even though they turn into videos after the live stream is done, they're still on their own separate tabs. So if you ever wanted to see if I've done a game, you can't find it over here in the video tab. You need to make sure that you go over to live because that is where all of that is going to be. Because, they separate them. And even when they come, when people watch them after it's live and it's just a video, it's still on the live stream. All right, so let's go all the way down. Like you say, there will not be a lot. I mean, obviously there's a lot there towards the end of the year because we started, changing some things up a bit, but you're going to notice that there's not a lot. Look, we're already down to 1 year ago. So I'm trying to figure out, I think, what was the, yep, see, there it is. There is our year in review. We actually did it in a video format last year. So this year we're doing it um, in live stream format. So from the looks of it, I think, let me find out where I first started. Was it right here? Was this the first one I did? It says 11 months ago, but if you click on the more tab, yep. So here we go. This was our first video of 2024. We had a walkthrough of Mission Impossible Operation Surma. Let me know if you watched that walkthrough in the comments below. Surprisingly, we had some decent likes, 300 likes, 4,000 views. Now, this is a game that came out, my gosh, over 20 some years ago, in like 2002 or something like that. So it's an old game. Probably not a lot of people even knew about it or anything like that. This was what we started the year off with. And I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a great, fun stealth game. And yeah, I can't recommend this game enough. I mean, obviously the only ways to really play it is if you have an old system and you have the game already. You can buy it on, your mom and pa shops and stuff like that. This was I believe the PlayStation 2 version that I'm playing here. Yes. So playing the PCSX2, emulator. So it allows you to play these older style games. Cause I no longer have a PS2. But really, really fun, especially, this game kind of makes sense because Mission Impossible movies are still going on. So that was a really fun walkthrough to do. Yeah, it doesn't get a lot of views or stuff, but I was trying at the beginning of the year to always start off with something like kind of stealthy to get, the ball rolling. And that's what we did for the first, I think that's what we did for like the first, few weeks, of the year. So, all right, so let's go down here again. Like I said, you won't find a lot of videos on here. Obviously we ended the year with our Last of Us Part 2 remastered grounded walkthrough. That was something that I always wanted to finish because if you remember, I finished the Let's Play back when the Last of Us Part 2 came out. And then I started a walkthrough, but I never got around to finishing it. So when the remastered version of The Last of Us Part 2 came out for PlayStation 5, I went around and finally decided to actually do it and finish it. So that was really, really fun. All right. So that was 10 months ago. Of course, we finished it this year. When did we actually start that? I want to see. So the first thing we did was Mission Impossible. Okay. So we did all of those. So definitely highly recommend you go and check that walkthrough out. Then the next game that we did was Prison Break. So 2 stealth games in a row that we did on to start the year. Now, again, all these stealth games are very, very kind of under the radar because these weren't very popular when they came out because everyone was playing Splinter Cell at this time. So Splinter Cell was the one that really kind of took off. So without Splinter Cell, these games would never existed in the way that they do. But these went under the radar. I was really, really into Prison Break. Me and my wife were watching a lot of Prison Break at the end of 2023. And so I said, you know what, why don't I do a walkthrough for Prison Break: The Conspiracy, which was a really, really, really fun stealth oriented game. Now it takes place in season 1 of Prison Break, and I highly recommend for you to go and play it. This is on PC as well, so this version that I am playing is the PC version, and it's really runs really, really well. Prison Break. And it has the voice actors in it as well. I mean, again, it only takes place during season 1. Which in my opinion, seasons 1 and seasons 3 are the best because that's when they were in prison. And that's when the show really was really smart and really fun. So this was a really fun walkthrough to do. Obviously didn't get a lot of views, but that's because, these are older games. I'm doing these things to try to bring some stealth back into the channel and things like that. And I thought it was really fun to play. And I had a blast playing it. So that was the second game that we did. That I did. Oh, look at that. See, this is, let me explain something to you guys. I am known to make a lot of mistakes, and I am not a very good content creator because when something makes a lot of views, I don't follow it up. So, like, say for instance, in this, look at this. So, the Prince of Persia, the Lost Crown came out. It's a 2D style Prince of Persia game with 3D elements. It's a really good game. And I did the demo for it, and Ubisoft even sent me the actual full game. But because of during the time, I think I was working on a lot of other stuff. Because remember, I was still doing live streams at this point. So, I, for whatever reason, and I can't remember exactly the reason now because it's so long ago now, that I don't remember why I never decided to do a playthrough of Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. I just did the demo. And look, the demo got 19,000 views, which, let's be honest, is more than my normal videos get at this point. So the smart strain, the center strain with a brain and a thought and who actually wants his channel to succeed should have realized that, oh my gosh, this got more views than anything else I was doing at the time. So why on earth would I want to play this game and do a full playthrough of it? No, for heavens forbid. No, do something else. Do something fun. Do something that'll make you $0 as opposed to something that'll make you a lot of money. Really, really smart. So like I said, I do a lot of dumb things. There's been so many games that I've done like one video on that ended up like going viral somewhat and then getting somewhat views. Now, like I said, 19,000 is not a lot of views in terms of, you know, the channel size that we have and things like that, but it's something that's way more significant than anything else. How long since I played Hitman? We just played Hitman. Nicholas, we just did the Jean-Claude Van Damme mission, so you can go and check that out. We just literally just played Hitman like a week ago, or however long that was. But so that is something I wish I would have done at the time. I wish I would have done a full playthrough of Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown because it actually did really, really well. So that's my bad. Rat King celebrates 1 month of membership. I'm really into the Lego sets now. They are so sexy. What type of Lego sets are you talking about? Like, did you play, Matt, did you play the Horizon Lego game or whatever? All right, so move on. We were still doing this. And then I did a really, really fun. So, okay, let me go over this real quick. So over the past, I don't know, year and a half, almost 2 years now at this point, we've had an amazing sponsorship deal on this channel. Now, I'm not going to go into details of the sponsorship deal or anything like that, but we've had an amazing sponsor for this channel. You guys know me, and you know that I don't do a lot of sponsorship type of videos, or should I say I don't allow that to happen. Christoph shows up. See, that's the weird thing about it. I'm not really sure why Vix didn't, but Christoph's did. Christoph says, "Happy holidays. Here's to the future of the channel. VR for the win." That's right, dude. I'm so glad you're enjoying it, man. Finish it and let me know how it is. You know, I'm about 4 or 5 hours in and I still haven't had a chance to play any more of it. So, let me know how the story goes. And doesn't it just kind of like make you really, really wish that we had another Batman Arkham game outside of VR, you know? I think they're working on something like that. And I think Roger Craig Smith can continue the series in honor of Kevin and do a great job with it. You know, there's so many stories that you can continue to tell in the Arkhamverse. And I think they should, because unfortunately, if I'm not mistaken, didn't I hear something about Rocksteady like has gone under or something? Or I don't know if that's 100% true or not, but a lot of the either people quit or they're no longer like they've had some hardships, obviously, because Suicide Squad was such a, and we'll get to that because I did Suicide Squad this year. We'll get to that in the year. But yeah, I would love for there to be more Batman Arkham games. I think those are the best Batman games, the best comic book games, I think, period. I like them better than the Spider-Man games. I like them better than anything because I think it's the game that truly nailed what Batman is and what he can do. So, all right. But as I was saying, so we've had a sponsorship deal for almost 2 years now at this point. She is amazing. Her name is Elizabeth. She is a writer. She does a lot of fantasy style books, like if you like Game of Thrones or medieval style, you know, like before guns and things like that, you know, back when it was all swashbuckling and things like that. And so for me, I'm not a big book reader because of my ADHD. I just don't have the mental capacity to sit down and read a book throughout. Like for me, it's really hard to do that because my attention just goes elsewhere. I can't focus long enough to read a book. So I've never been able to be I'm more of a visual learner than I am. Did they go out of business? I knew it, man. Hopefully there's still going to be more. I heard that they're planning on do more Batman Arkham games. Although, it might not be Rocksteady, but it might be Montreal, WB Montreal or something, who are the ones that made Batman Arkham Origins. And I believe they've also made this new Batman Shadows, and they did such a great job. I think they should continue. But as I was saying, is that she's amazing. And so, and I told her, I said, listen, I'm not a big book reader, but she said she was a fan of the channel. She liked to watch the channel. And so that enticed me to say, okay, let's give this a shot. So I said, how about I have my wife read your books? And if she recommends them and says that they are, something that she, enjoys and things like that, then we can start a little sponsorship thing. And so we did that. And my wife absolutely loved them and spoke highly of them and cannot wait for the new series that's coming soon. So yeah, and she's been a sponsor on the channel ever since. She's just like us. She's a hardcore gamer. And I did a video with her where we did an hour and 45 minutes of playing a game, Valheim, which is the game that I would normally probably never play. But I had a blast playing this with her. If you want to see me just look like a complete douche when it comes to playing these survival style games, and her look like a freaking boss, and I mean, go and watch that video. It's really, really fun. And I would love and want to do another collaboration with her sometime this year on something. And she sponsored the channel again in December, and she will be sponsoring us up until July. So, kudos to her for continuing to believe in me, and so glad and happy that she's here. She saved us on numerous occasions. And so, yeah, very excited for that. So we did that. So make sure you go and check that out. Really cool. And then we started The Last of Us Part 2. So I really honestly thought that this would get more views than it did. See, I've played the game multiple times, obviously, and people have seen it multiple times. And, when you do things on the channel over and over again, you're not going to get as many views. So that's why you got to come out and try to do new things to bring in new people, because the same people are not going to continue to watch the same thing over and over again. So obviously the same ones that watched my previous Let's Play that I did of The Last of Us Part 2, they've already seen it. So obviously, 3.6 thousand views on the first video. I did it by chapters. See, it's always tough to decide whether or not you want to do something in chapter format so people can follow along easier, or if you want to do something in a big, long video format. So all you got to do is look on the channel, Nicholas. Just go to my main channel page, go to the videos tab, and just look down, and you'll see the Hitman video right there, dude. It's right there. Rocksteady still exists. It's just people left, and a co-founder left to make another company called 100 Star Studios. Okay. Well, yeah, but still, it's a shell of its own self. So, and I feel so bad for them because WB just screwed them royally. I mean, they made them go and do this thing they probably didn't want to do in the first place, which went away from the roots of hardcore comic. I enjoyed the gameplay of the Suicide Squad, but at the same time, I knew it was a disaster waiting to happen. So as when we did The Last of Us Part 2, really, really fun game. I enjoyed it, of course. And you know that when The Last of Us Part 2 Remaster comes out for PC, we're going to end up doing the Platinum Guide for The Last of Us Part 2. So before then, I need to do, because it was just announced in December, Part 2's Remaster on PC. Before then, I need to do the Platinum Guide for Part 1. Now, you might say this: what's the difference between a Platinum Guide and the walkthroughs that I've had of these things already on the channel. So here's the difference. When I would go over and do these games here, I wasn't trying to get every achievement or every trophy or anything like that. I was playing the game in a specific way, meaning that I only did, it was just a walkthrough. I'm not trying to do things outside the parameters of what a walkthrough entails. I'm not trying to get this achievement or that achievement or whatever. What I'm doing is a walkthrough of the game itself on the hardest difficulty while achieving all collectibles. That's the whole point. So grab every collectible. So that's what that means when I say 100%. So 100% collectibles, right? It's not a platinum guide in the sense of where in the video you might see me say, well, let's take for instance, let's say, let's just use like this part right here, right? So Last of Us Part 2 Remastered, or not the Lost Levels, let's just say this one right here, right? So in this one, what I do for my walkthrough is I learn the level, I find out where all the collectibles are, I play it a few times, and then I go back and then I actually record it, and I record a nice smooth take of me getting the collectibles and figuring out good stealth routes and things like that, so that when I show off the game, it looks perfect in a sense. But I don't do individual achievements. I'm just doing that specific goal. So when I do a platinum guide in a video format, it is essentially just like we did with the Indiana Jones thing, which is I am not necessarily playing the game multiple times to figure out to do. What I'm doing is I am looking at specific achievements, and then I say, okay, so in this part here, we're going to get this achievement, this achievement, this achievement. And then I go off and then I set out for that goal and get those achievements. So when you see a platinum guide for these games, you're not going to see me be stealthy. You're not going to see me, you're going to see me be more tailored to whatever the achievement that I'm trying to accomplish. So when we do The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered, for instance, getting the platinum, I'm not going to be stealthing the entirety of the game, because there are achievements that might be tied to you not stealthing the game. There might be achievements that tied to you doing something differently. I'm not saying that's how it is in The Last of Us Part 2, but there's a lot of times where you might have achievement or a trophy that you have to do where it requires you to get caught and do something. Like, say, I'm going to use Uncharted as an example. So in Uncharted, the Thieves Collection, right? In Uncharted 4, there's an achievement or a trophy in there that says get caught and then go back into stealth mode after getting caught, right? Lose them firing at you, go back into stealth, and then you unlock an achievement. So obviously if I'm doing a perfect, crushing walkthrough, I'm not getting caught. So therefore I would never earn that achievement because it's not something that I'm doing. Whereas when I do those games, I will set out for that specific goal. And I'll tell you in the video, okay, during this section here, what we're going to do is we're going to get caught, and then we're going to go back into stealth mode. And then you're going to see how to do that. You're going to see how to unlock the achievement. And then we move on. And then we just put it all together in a video format. And then we go from there. So the trick with that, I still have yet to understand what is better, right? What is better? Chapter guides for things like this, like a 31-minute video for chapter 1, or doing like a 2-hour video and then having like chapters 1, 2, and 3 in one video, and then timestamps in that 1-2-hour video that says this is where chapter 1 starts, this is where you get this collectible, the same thing, this is where you get this achievement, like I was doing with Indiana Jones. What do you think is better? Shorter, specific chapter related videos, or longer videos with a lot of timestamps that show you exactly where things are? I'd love to know what you guys think. Oh, also, there's something cool that I guess has been put on YouTube now that was not there before. So we're going to take a look at this real quick, and I'm going to set it on there. No one has to do this, but I just want to see what this is all about. So So this is what I see when I live stream. This is like my main it tells me how many people's watching. It says the viewer duration, how many total views we have, how many people's watching per minute. And then see, we only have 36 people in here. Obviously, I know this, like when I do streams like this, there's not going to be a lot of people watching. It's usually going to be the ones that are diehards that love to watch all the live stream stuff. So, but they have a new thing in YouTube called a goal. I guess they just added this. So let's click on it, and you can do super chat goals and stuff like that. So you can say, let's say you pick a goal. Let's just say, we'll just say 5. And then you can choose the color, I guess, that it does. Just for snits and giggles, we'll do light there. And then you can set a timer, let's say over the next hour, and how we'll celebrate. What's a good celebration for me to do? What's a good celebration for me to do? I'm trying to think. Speedo dancing? Yeah, I don't think. No. Um, I'll just put something simple. Totally didn't spell entirety. How do you spell entirety? I don't know. The whole song. There we go. And then we're gonna start the goal. So I just want to try this out and see how this is. So in order for this to count, it would have to be a $2 minimum one. And I just want to start this goal. Let me know what shows up in the thing, because I'm interested to see how that works. I wanted to try it on the last stream, but I was too busy doing other stuff, so I didn't. So there we go. We just set a goal, and we'll see how that does. But let's move on. So as I was saying, what do you guys think? What is better in a long 2-hour video with a bunch of timestamps, or the specifically a chapter specific video, or an episode specific video, depending how long that is. So sometimes a chapter might only be 30 minutes, where other times you can see that this chapter 1 is 58 minutes, or this one's an hour and 24 minutes. What do you think is better? Would it be better to combine all 3 of these and do like a 3-hour video with all the timestamps in here per of these, or like this by chapter? See, here's the thing. You might get more views by doing this way, where you have one chapter, one chapter, one chapter. But here's also the problem, is they might not be viewed for as long. And watch time is like the most important thing on YouTube when it comes to YouTube's algorithm, and it's allowing other people outside of your subscribers to see videos. So if you make a 2-hour video with timestamps, it's better for longevity for people, because it means that watch time is going to be significantly higher, right? Because people are going to watch the video for way longer than someone who is just watching it. The longest. Daddy's streaming, honey. Daddy's streaming, baby. You have to ask mommy, honey. Daddy can't. Give me a sec. No, well, okay. If mommy is sleeping, honey, then you can't go outside, baby. Give me 1 sec. 1 sec. Honey, if mommy is sleeping, you can't go outside. I can't because Daddy's streaming. Do you want to say hello to everybody? You can come and say hello. Come and say hello. All right. Say hi.
Hi.
Yeah. Say, are you wanting to go outside?
Yeah.
But I know, but see, Daddy's working. Good job. Cover your mouth. Daddy's working and mommy's taking a nap. So if daddy's up here working and mommy's taking a nap, that means you can't go outside because no one's out there to watch you and help you. Okay? So you got to stay inside. And there's so many things for you to play around. You just had a big Christmas, didn't you? You want to tell everybody what you got for Christmas?
I got all the toys.
You got all the toys, did you? What'd you get?
I get all of them.
Okay, you got all of them, but what is all of them? Can you tell me a specific toy that you got that you like?
All of them.
I know you like all of them, but tell me one toy that you got.
I want number blocks.
You got number blocks? Yeah, you're really big into numbers, aren't you? Ella, show us how smart you are. Now, how old are you?
I'm 4.
You're 4. That's right.
Yeah.
You're 4. Now, I want you to, first of all, count to 20 for me.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17,
Come on.
18, 19, 20.
Okay, now, I want you to tell me all of the odd numbers from 1 to 20.
1, 3, 5. After 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, and 15, 17, 19.
Now tell me all the even numbers.
Uh,
Gotta say it into the microphone.
2, 4, 8, 10, 12, 14. What after 14?
What's after 14? What's an odd number or even number after 14?
14, 7,
No. 14, 16.
14, 15,
Uh-huh.
14, 15,
What's after 16?
15,
18.
18,
And then what's the last one?
20.
There you go. Good job. Now, Ella, I want you to tell me what is 1 plus 3?
1 plus 3 equals 5.
Good job. What is 2 plus 2?
Equals 4.
4. Good job. What is 5 plus 1?
5 plus 1 equals 6.
6. Good job. What is 7 plus 2?
7 plus 2. You got 2 on a 1.
So what is 7 plus 2?
7 plus 2. 7 plus 2 equals 9.
Good job. You're so smart. You're only in preschool. You know that?
Yeah.
You're not even in kindergarten or first grade yet, and you're already doing pluses. You're already doing odds and evens. You're so smart. Okay. Now, what I want you to do now is I want you to go downstairs. Okay. Play on your iPad or play with your toys, your dolls. Right. Ubisoft sent me a care package for Christmas, and inside the care package was your side character from Star Wars Outlaws, Nyx. And the moment I pulled it out of the package that they sent me, she said, "That's mine. That's mine." And so I gave it to her, and she goes, "Do you love Nyx?" Yeah. He's your friend. Yeah. You got all kinds of dolls, didn't you? Yeah. Okay. Now you go downstairs and you go and play with them, okay? Daddy's got to keep working, all right? Yeah, I love you. You got to say bye to everybody.
Bye.
Well, come here and see. You got to say it in here. Say bye-bye.
A little closer.
All right, love you, baby. Now go downstairs and be good for mommy because she's still sleeping, okay? Thank you, honey. That's right. Be quiet. See, I got so lucky with her, and that's all because of Jen. Trust me, she is as smart as she is because of my wife, not because of me. But she's amazing. Okay. So yeah, and so like I was saying before, that is what makes it really tough, is trying to figure out what is more successful, the 30-minute chapter video or a 2-hour multiple chapters with timestamps video. So that's what I want feedback from all of you guys out there, because I have all kinds of walkthroughs coming. Like, say for instance, I'm doing Assassin's Creed Unity that I've already started doing videos for, and I'm doing that by sequence. So each sequence might be, some sequences might only be 30 minutes because it's heavily edited, right? Because we're getting straight to the missions at hand and the missions inside those sequences. Whereas another one, if the sequence has 7 memories in it, then that one might be 2 hours long. So, you're going to have different lengths of videos instead of each video being the same length with timestamps in it. So I still have the timestamps in the ones that I've done, but it's all done by specific sequence. So sequence 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I have a video saying that, okay, this is where all of the collectibles, like the chests and stuff, are in this specific area. So like, say, how on the map in the Assassin's Creed games, you have the map separated by sections of the map. And so, here's this section, here's all the collectibles in this section, and that's one video. Here's this section, all the collectibles in this section, one video. And then we have the side missions and stuff like that. Same thing. Here's the side missions for this section. All side missions are in this one, And sometimes that means more videos. And therefore people get confused, because it's like, you're going to have 50 videos, but you might not get as many views, because what happens when you do a bunch of videos in a game, the views taper down a lot. So when you have longer videos, more people watch, and the watch time goes up, and in that way it promotes the video better than if you have a small video that doesn't have as much watch time, because there's not as many minutes in it. So it's hard. It's really, really hard to figure out which one really, really works and which one doesn't. I mean, I've had success in different ways. Like this one here, smaller form, done by chapter. And, as we were going along, this is what we did to start the year. I wasn't starting to do the live streams on a regular basis at this point just yet. So I did a little world premiere gameplay. Okay. Let's see, as we keep going up, we still have, obviously we were doing both Prison Break and The Last of Us videos at the same time. Now you'll notice that my thumbnails were looking a bit weird. Like the color saturation levels of the thumbnails were looking weird here, because I did this walkthrough in HDR. And then when you have your screen on HDR, and what I do is I take the video and then I go it in VLC player, and then I can go to the section that allows it to take a screenshot. So I take a screenshot of whatever game that I'm playing in the video, and then I upload that screenshot into my editor that I use in Canva to do all of the thumbnails, and it uploads it in HDR, which makes it look really saturated, because it's the Canva isn't an HDR editor, it's a regular editor. So I have to try to saturate the thumbnails back to look in SDR, which makes them look kind of weird and stuff. It's a lot of weird things to get it to work. So that's why those colors will look good, because I wasn't playing this game in HDR, but I was playing this game in HDR and I recorded it in HDR. So that's why it looks the way it does and a little weird. That's why these were all like kind of the colors look all saturated when it comes to the thumbnails. So you can see, I mean, not a lot of views for these. And like, see this one right here, chapter 5 was a very small one. It was only 14 minutes long, 721 views, hasn't even reached 1,000 views. So would have been better to include this one here, plus this one, plus this one, plus this one in a 2-hour video. Now, granted, if you add up all of these, 721 plus 849, 1.7 views, 1.2, so that's 3,000, that's 4,000. So you have to ask yourself, so all these together got 4,000 views, right? If I were to make this into one video, would that one video get 4,000 views? The answer is no. So if I would have made this into a 2-hour video, it would not have got 4,000 views. So even though I can combine all of those and have a longer watch time, the views won't be there. So that's where it gets complicated, because then you have to ask yourself, okay, what's more important, the amount of views for ads? Because you got to remember, we get paid via ads. That's how we make a living here. So what's more important, more watch time so that the videos hopefully get seen by more people outside, or less watch time and shorter videos, but more views because more people are clicking on each video, as opposed to having one video where they only can click on it once. Do you see what I'm saying? These are the things that YouTubers have to like think about with every video that they do. It's a lot. It is a lot of work, folks. It is a lot of things that just kind of make you, not 100% understand what is going to be the best thing to do and what is not going to be the best thing to do. So it's a crazy thing. It's what we focus on and what we think about every time we do videos. And it's very stressful. So, there's a lot of thought that goes into every single thing, that we do here. Like, see, for instance, I did a first 2 hours video, right? Now, I knew that I probably did not want to do a full gameplay because I've never done the Yakuza series in fullness before. So I knew not a lot of people. So I did a 2 hour video, but see, only 593 views. So, let's say if I took a look at this video here, we got to click F11 to go out of that. And see, there's that. And then we go to the analytics of that, only 593 views. So that got me $2.61. Watch time hours is still low, even though it's 2 hours and 20 minutes, it's still 126, whatever less, that's my typical. And so you can even see, and it breaks it down. The average view duration is pretty good. So most people watched it for 12 minutes and 28 seconds. And then you can go over to your reach so you can see where it comes. So most of the people that watched it are from the browse, from their home pages or the subscription feed, things like that. YouTube search, only 7.8% of views are from that. External sites, you can see the click-through rate of it. And then you go over to the revenue side, you can see just $2.61. Now, this is over the lifetime of the video. So not just the first few days, but the lifetime of the video. And that's all from watch pays. So, but look at this. This is how much advertisers would pay for 1,000 views, $10.50. That's a lot. That is a lot of money per 1,000 CPM. However, I didn't make 1,000 CPM, not even close, which is why I only made that much from it. So some things are better than others. Obviously, this is not a game that would be popular on my channel. So therefore, that's why I knew that I should probably only do just one video on it, because I can't see myself being able to sustain making a living doing a full playthrough of this if the first 2 hours didn't even get anywhere near what would be enough to pay for the game. That's another thing that I have to look at. If I'm not able to get a game from the company itself, like from the publisher or something like that, then I have to look at, okay, I'm spending my own money. So $70 game, if the first 2 hours only made me $2, imagine if I think this game I was actually able to get from Microsoft, so I didn't lose any money on this. But if I were to buy this game, and I was to buy this game, and I did that first video and only made $2 of it throughout this entirety of 11 months, I mean, you just lost 60 some dollars there, right? So obviously not worth it. And it's really tough because you don't know which ones are going to do good and which ones are not. So we'll keep the aspect of that's what was going on here, still doing the walkthrough. Then I did a video where I was showing off so I was lucky enough by AverMedia to sponsor something. And like I said, I don't do a lot of sponsored videos, but when it's something that I actually need and can use, and something that I actually still use to this day, you're hearing me right now through this live streamer Nexus. And and it's amazing. This arm right here is the Live Streamer Nexus arm that I'm using, and I absolutely love it. It's a great product. I think it's one of the best arms I've ever had. And I love the Live Streamer Nexus. I don't use it to its fullest capabilities, but for what I use it for, it's totally perfect and stuff like that. There are so many better audio mixers out there. This is an audio mixer that I use that's both an audio mixer and an Elgato. But let me explain it to you this way. Even though I have this thing and I can use it to do all the stuff, I'm sitting here still using, even though you can't see it, the Stream Deck that I've had for over like 7-8 years. And I'm using that right now to switch between these two things, because for whatever reason, the Nexus does no longer work with OBS. I can't get, OBS doesn't do the WebSocket for Nexus anymore, and I can't get it to work. So the only thing that I use the Nexus now is just to have my mic on. So it's, other than that, it's a waste of space. Even though I love it, but they stopped. Either they didn't sell enough or whatever. So I had to bring back out my Stream Deck. And so I use my Elgato Stream Deck to be able to do, you know, these things. Which for whatever reason, I'm not getting the thing to actually work right now. I don't know why. But yeah, so you never know. You never know. So sometimes I have really great products that I like to show on here. And then sometimes months after those products, they end up not being able to work anymore. So that's why I tend to not like to take a lot of free stuff, because I don't want to try to sell you guys something that is just in the end is going to be shit. You know what I mean? And that's just one of those things that it no longer works for me. I cannot use my AverMedia Nexus the way it's intended to use because it doesn't work anymore. So I can only use it for my mic as a mixer. And I use the arm review, which still works perfectly fine. This is a great arm. All right, so we continued on with, you know, more The Last of Us, and then we finally finished it off. And look, my final part, do you know how long it took me to do chapters 10 and 11 on Grounded? Especially that final section. So long. And then I still only ended up getting 670 views. Let's see. How well did this view? $2.95. It's sustained wise. That's, you can't make a living off that, man. If this video took me probably 2-3 days to make, editing, all of that stuff, dying a billion times trying to figure out the best routes to do, and it just made $3, and it's got 0 views in the last 48 hours. So no one's even finding this anymore. I could probably even put, let's just say, let's do it this way. So what did I label this as? Let me go to the details. Last of Us Part 2 Remastered Grounded Walkthrough. All right, my video is nowhere in here in Google, so that didn't do me any good. I go over to here to YouTube. I type in that Grounded. All right. Well, mine does show up first here. Now, that is because this one, okay. So check this out, and you'll see it coming up here. But what I did was I took the entirety of my walkthrough and I put it into one video. One video, the entirety of the walkthrough. 15 hours long, or excuse me, not 15. It's 19 hours long. 19 hours and 13 minutes. And then, so I did the full entire game in chapter points. Then I went back. And so usually what I do in my editors is something like this. So if I have, like, say, DaVinci Resolve, because that's kind of, DaVinci Resolve is what I use to do my videos. So this is the editor that I use. I don't even know where that one is. It's not going to really be on there anymore. Probably because I get rid of those videos as soon as I make them because they take up so much space. See, there's Prison Break. I don't even see The Last of Us on here. There it is. Last of Us Part 2. So all the videos are gone. This project was created in an older version. Once you upgrade, it can only be opened using DaVinci 19 or newer versions. What? Okay. Oh, yeah, duh. Upgrade. I have to click on it. So you're not going to see any of the things in there, right? You're not going to see it in there because the clips are deleted and whatnot. So, this is like kind of what I was using, how I do it. You can still see the beginning back when we were doing that thing. I want to bring this back as well because we have a lot of members still, and I need to bring this video back at the front to show off all of the Patreons and all of the channel members and people like that and stuff. But, the normal stuff is still here and kind of what I do, putting those things on and whatnot. But so essentially what I do is when I create one of the videos, and let's say I did an hour worth, I have it in here, I put it in here, I edit it, then I finish it, then I upload it on the channel, right? Well, then I move on to the next one, and then I add the next one in here, the next one in here, the next one in here, the next one in here. That's how I do it. And then eventually you have 19 hours or so of the game. So once I'm done with the game, I have that 19 hours and I edit that into one big video. And you could even see that one big video did significantly better. But what I don't understand is it's not getting anywhere near the traction that these other videos are, even though mine is showing up first. Like do me a favor right now, one or two of you, go in there, type in the exact same thing you see here. The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered Grounded. And then tell me where this video or say one of my other videos shows up. Notice how you don't see any of my other videos. None of them. Where are they at? There we go. All the way down here. How many videos did we go through before this one finally showed up? That was part 1 right there. And we went down all of these. Sit here and tell me that someone that wants to see a walkthrough for this game because they're trying to figure out where all the collectibles are or something. Second on your list, Natalie. And that could be because now you're watching it from your own. What you would need to do is this. You would need to put yourself off of your account so that you're coming in from a fresh perspective and not from an account that you watch on a significant basis. The way YouTube's algorithms work is if you watch a certain channel multiple times over and over again, it's going to show if you're still logged in. So if you need to make sure that you're not logged in to your account or that you're using a different account that doesn't watch my channel on a normal basis, then you can get an idea. But why is this one 123,000 views made just 3 months ago? Just 3 months ago. And then mine 10 months is only 14,000 views if I'm number 1 in the search. So what made 120,000 people click on this one more than they clicked on mine? You know what I'm saying? See, the video below is first for you and mine is second. See, it changes. See, mine was in HDR as well. See, 4K HDR, full game. I even actually included the collectibles. The only thing I didn't do was what this person did, which was a no damage run through of the game. I've teetered on wanting to do no damage run throughs of the game. Clearly, this person is not collecting all the collectibles because this is only 12 hours long. So this must have been heavily edited. So probably edited out all the deaths, edit out a bunch of stuff because there's no way that you're going to get, I mean, that's a 7-hour difference. And I was going through the game super fast, doing it stealthy, not getting caught at all in the entirety of the game, really. Unless the parts that were mandatory to getting caught, something like that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, like, because you have to compare yourself to other videos that of what you're doing to see what you're doing wrong. Um, or what I could do to get people to watch my videos more. Do I need to start doing no damage run through of games? If I do a walkthrough of something, do I need to start doing no damage? Do you think that that's like an extra thing that I should add to my channel? I've never tried, honestly. Um, I've never tried to do more, to do those types of things, no damage, because I feel like, in my opinion, doing no damage is like, it takes away from the game a little bit, because then you start to become very, very, like, I can guarantee you he didn't play this game perfectly with no damage. So he probably died like in every section, like 20 times until he got the one where he didn't take any damage, you know? So yeah, that's a lot harder to do. You're restarting the game many, many times to make sure you get that specific thing. And people love watching that. But what makes people want to click on this one more than they want to click on that one? Is it the thumbnail? Right? These are the things I try to look at. So out of these two, you guys can be completely honest. I just want the truth. Do you prefer this person's thumbnail over mine? What makes mine or their thumbnail better? Let me know in the comments as well on that. Natalie says no damage is super, super stealth, or a lot of evidence to make it look like no damage. Exactly. That's the thing. It could be a lot of, because there's no setting in the game that shows you've done it without taking damage. You could easily edit something out to make it look like you didn't take damage, because there's nothing to say that you did or you didn't. So it's very easy to go through this and say you've done no damage, even when you may have not done no damage, or vice versa. But as far as thumbnail, you think the thumbnail is better on the other video? Okay, quest mode. All right. What makes that thumbnail better? What makes it stand out? So let me go through my process for thumbnails, and you guys can tell me like how wrong I am, because I know I'm wrong, because I know I can do better with thumbnails. I don't do my thumbnails exactly like this anymore. This is an older thumbnail, by the way. This is not what I do anymore. So if I go over to here and then I type in CA, this is my Canva. This is my new style of thumbnail right here. I started doing this during my Indiana Jones walkthrough. So that was where I started my Indiana Jones walkthrough. And I will even admit to you guys that these thumbnails are not the best. So this is what I started Indiana Jones thumbnail with. And so I would include like a different little picture in here, the name of the game, something for the background that's in 4K, the name of the video, like that. And then I would put a don't forget to like, comment, share the video, to try to remind people to do that in there. Now, I understand that that's probably not that attractive to a lot of people, right? It's not as attractive as it could be. So I'm just trying to, I look at this and I just don't see why this thumbnail here is better. That's what I want to know. I want you guys to let me know, what do you think makes this thumbnail stand out more than mine? I try to give you the information of the game, right? This person doesn't do that. They just put in there, obviously grounded, no damage, full game, big, 4K, and PS5. So they got the information that's needed in there. Obviously I add the thing 100% but collectibles, and I even put full stealth in there. I just want to know. Okay, so quest mode says the faces are big and bold, easier and instantly recognizable from The Last of Us. Okay. And the other thumbnail only has 2 words that grab attention. More words equal more reading. The image you chose is also dark. So you think that this image is significantly darker. Now, I do have some problems with that, and what I usually do is I'll go into into Canva and edit it, the brightness up a little bit. Bonza says Bonza did some of my thumbnails back in the day. So like if we do this here, I'll show some of Bonza's work, and he did great. Like I love the way Bonza did my thumbnails way back in the day. What was it? Hitman Absolution suit only. Now, I don't know where my walkthrough. Yep, shows up right there. So this was made by Bonza, and he did like a really, really great job. I loved the way that he did this, but it just looks, to me, it looks really, really good. And so I love the way that he did this one. But what I see from a lot of people is, like you said, sometimes less is more. And some people, like if you ever notice, like some of the big walkthrough guys like MK Ice and Fire, they just put a thumbnail, they make the saturation really colorful, and then they just put one thing on there that says full game or something like that. So Taraj says thumbnails, too many words, it needs to grab attention quickly. I know, because I'm an information guy. I want someone to be able to look at my thumbnail without reading the title of the game and be like, I know exactly what I'm getting in this game just from reading the thumbnail. So that's why I put that information in there. So people can see it. Like, you know, in this instance, Silent Assassin / Shadow suit only. It's on professional. It's purist. And then there's the mission itself. It's in 4K, you know. I can understand why this, I guess, looks more enticing to people. I mean, that is very big. It's harder for me to see that. I come at it from such a different angle. You think that now is less is more? I do agree too as well, you know. But see, these are the things that I think so much, and I put so much time and effort into my thumbnails to try to make them as much information as possible so people can understand what is inside the games. A lot of people don't even look at the titles, they just look at the thumbnail. So I'm trying to get those people to watch the video that don't look at the title so they know exactly what's going on. I like lots of info, but the algorithm doesn't like it. So So like, okay, let's say for instance right here, maybe I should have like a live stream where we go through where I get some of you guys giving me ideas for thumbnails, because say for instance right here, I'll go to it. And these are what my Unity thumbnails look like. Okay. So I've got 3 examples up here right now. One of them is the viewpoints one of them is the collectibles one, and then one of them is the actual Unity walkthrough. What do you think of this thumbnail right here? And just give me your honest opinion of it. If you don't like it, tell me. If you think it could be better, tell me. Just what do you think of this thumbnail right here? You too, Vic, man. Thanks so much, buddy. Enjoy your evening and have a great day, man. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, all that good stuff. Like, does this thumbnail look okay? Bonza says, think too much text. So are you saying right here is too much text? Or do you think maybe just get rid of this? So I put this in here on the corner because I want people to know I'm trying to create a standard, right? I'm trying to create a standard of saying when they look at the top left and they see my logo there, they know this is a Sinestrain 01 playthrough. You know what I mean? Like trying to put a label on it so people know immediately this guy does a lot of walkthroughs. He's good at what he does, so you want to click on it. That's what I was thinking of putting that in there. I put the bell in there because I was trying to remind people to make sure you turn notifications on to the channel, right? As Guardian says, the thumbnail looks amazing, but I think it has too much information on it. Too much going on. You got to keep it simple. That title is what people will read for info. But see, I've also noticed that a lot of people don't read the titles. How many times have we done streams, folks, where someone in the audience says, "What are you playing?" Or, you know, what are you doing? And so that's where I got my ideas of doing it this way, because so many people come into my live streams and ask me all the time, what video or what game are you playing? Even though it's right in the title, because a lot of people don't read the titles. So that's why I try to do it like that. Sinistrain, Natalie says the image is dark. The colors on the name of the game don't stand out. Well, that's because that's the way that this logo is made. And I tried to make it stand out more, because if you can go into here and you can go into edit, that right there, and then you can do a bunch of different things. You can try to make it stand out more. You can put, like, say, some shadows to make it stand out a little bit more, or an outline to make it stand out more. And then you can change the size of it. Like, see, that maybe sets it out maybe a little bit more, makes it a little easier to see. I get that if I were to do that. But because of the colors that this specific outline already automatically chooses, it's hard to brighten it up, because you can go to adjust. I've already brightened it up 39. See, that's how it normally looked. And so, but if I brighten it up, it changes the colors of it. So that makes it even harder. And these are the things that I go through, man. It's like, I need a class in thumbnails. I am not the best editor. I'm not the best when it comes to this stuff, because I think too much. I'm thinking like a content creator, but I'm thinking like myself, which clearly is not working in this instance, because you guys are totally saying that you've already pointed out so many things that needs to be better on this. So, you would shrink them down to the size they'd be on a phone and see if I could read and recognize. Yeah, see, that's a big thing too. That's why I made these things big here, like, say, so that way people can see the parts. So that's where I'm compromising in that regard. I put the information on the left, and if someone can't read the information on the left in a phone, I make sure that they could read the part. So they know, okay, this is part 1, this is part 2, which makes it be like, all right, well, I know it's part 1, so click on the video, or I know it's part 10, so click on the video. There was 9 parts before that. Yeah, so that was my old style. Okay. That was my old style. I changed that style into a new design, and I'll go home here. The new design that I have decided to go with now is this. So what I've done here is, I'm just using my part 22, the final part in, the text is really small. Yeah. So this gives me more photo, right? So there's a longer thing for photo. I put a block in front of this that gives it a kind of a lived in view to it. As you can see how it changes, like, see how it's much more clear. It kind of gives it a, like it's behind some glass or some sort, to give it a kind of a cool effect to it. What I did was I took this specific Indiana Jones logo that I found, and of course I created it to where that it was just this, and then I placed it in front, so that way it can be behind some of the part and in front of some of the part. And this obviously runs for this specific one, so that it looks like it's kind of more interacting with the thing itself. But what do you think of this one? Because this was a different way that I did it. I chose the picture because I thought it showed off Indy really big, and I wanted people to be like, this is the bombastic final part. So I took this picture because it showed Indy very emotional, and the goodness of the graphics and thing, and I wanted to show that off. So that's why I put that on there. So then all the information would be significantly reduced over here. I put the part, I don't necessarily like having the part. Now, just imagine this, just take this little part out here, because that was only added because it was the final part. But essentially all the parts look like that. Is this better, or do you think I can even do better? Should I go even more simplistic, is what I'm asking. So try remove all text and images, but just keep the part 22. You got to have an image in there. The left side looks like a wall of text. You should go more simplistic. Okay. So then, but how? I don't know how to be so simplistic. You sent me something on Steam to check out? You sent me a message on Steam? I don't even... Man, I got 7 unread messages. Which one are you on here? Oh, I got a bunch of people to add here. I need to accept. I always forget. Keep the logo and logo. Keep the logo and logo? I'm confused by that. Which one are you, Bonsai? Are you... It's a Merry Christmas. I don't know what that is. What is QB Core? Oh, you're David? Oh crap, where'd it go? Oh, what was that? What you were you the one who just did the QB Core? And I was like, who is QB Core? Crap, I don't see it on here anymore. Why do the messages just... No, I can't see it anymore. So just because I clicked on it and then I no longer can see the messages from people, I don't like that. Should have a thing on here where you can view your messages instead of having to click on them. Send me another one real quick because I lost it. Thank you. So you're David on there. Okay. So you think that this... All right, everyone else give me your opinions too. You think that something in this style more people would click on? Because I don't see it. But it's not about what I see. It's about what you all see. I need to do better at doing things for you instead of me. So even though it's hard for me to see it because I'm just not that way, I like information, but that's not the way YouTube is. So I need to do better, right? That's the whole point. Yanni, thank you for the subscription. Now, okay, imagine... Now, maybe I need to do like a live stream. I think what I need to do is like focus a specific live stream on how to make YouTube thumbnails and then get everybody in that wants to contribute to make better thumbnails. Then you guys can help me. I think doing this in the year in review is probably kind of getting sidetracked on what the overallness of what I'm trying to accomplish in this specific live stream. But I think we've created some good points that I need to do better at making thumbnails. So why don't we have, say, a specific live stream sometime at the beginning of next year, and we literally, I'll take you into Canva, and then we'll start from scratch and come up with a baseline for thumbnails, and then we'll try to do that baseline for the entire year and see how it plays out, right? Yeah, a lot of people are impatient. They just want to find out what they want quick, so they pick what stands out rather than reading. See, I don't do that. When I'm trying to find information on a video, or if I'm looking up someone that's doing a walkthrough for something specific, then I look at what is inside that by looking at the information, because I don't want to just click on anything. I want to make sure I'm clicking on the thing that's going to have particularly what I want, as opposed to just a blanket thing. You know what I mean? So... kept the picture and the part 22. See how clean and simple it would look if you kept just the picture in the part 22. So now, so essentially it would be more like, So you would take away the name of the game, right? You don't even think the name of the game needs to be in there? Yes, Romik, you can add me. Anybody can add me on Steam. So you're saying take away this little thing that I've created here, right? Is that what you're saying? Okay, what I'm going to do is, just so that I don't mess this up, is I'm going to make a copy because I don't want to mess up what I already have there. And then, well, if it's a new game, maybe they don't know the name of the game by the picture, because it might be, if they've never seen that picture before, then how would they know? I don't want to assume that every gamer knows everything. So take off the 4K, take off my logo, take off the bell, probably take off this. But do you see how it doesn't there's no separation between these anymore? All right, so okay, so let's just do what you guys are saying. So you're saying take all this off and leave just the part 22. Okay. Okay, so there. Now, it's just an image in part 22. Now, something like this, are you saying that this simple is that you think people will click on this more than they will click on the other stuff? You think that this right here stands out and grabs people's attention more? Well, so, okay, if you want to bring the one thing back, you could just do a duplicate and put like, something like this. Something like that. You think that that's easy to see? Because it looks like I feel like it's harder for me to see. Like the color, like everything is just not matching, lining up. Well, see, and that's what you can do when you can go over to elements. You can create, like, say this, for instance, you can take this here and then you place it like right here. And then you can put that so that it has like a little bit of a background. Of course, you can make this any color you want. So you can make that like kind of, I don't do Photoshop anymore because they charge so much money that I switched to Canva because I felt like Canva has done a really good job for me. But you see how it doesn't take up that whole thing? So probably we need to make that a little bit smaller. But yeah, like I said, I don't see what you guys are seeing when you see this. Yeah, that's the whole thing too. Like, whenever I go into menus in video games, I got to stop staying in menus for long periods of time because a lot of people, they don't want to see menus of video games. That's why a lot of times I'll just go through a menu quickly, or I'll say, this is like in my God of War walkthrough. In the last video I just did, I told you guys, well, I upgraded this, and this, but I didn't sit there in the menu system and show you and go through that whole process, because it's too much and it loses people's attention. So I'm trying to learn from that. Quest says, do you think that the part 22 and 100% walkthrough might be all you need as far as text goes? It would be interesting to test. I mean, but where would you put it? Like, would you put like the part 22 back down here? Let's get that out of there. Would you maybe even get rid of that? Take this, put it more down here. Now I made this picture a lot bigger than it really needs to be, because see, it's actually like this, and I wanted to get rid of the text there, so I had to make it big enough to where the text wasn't showing. So now you can make it something like this. Make the text, you think the text should be smaller, but isn't this the whole point, is to make it to where people can read the text from a phone, right? Wasn't that the whole point? And if you bring the 100% to how it was in the start, background wise, I don't know why, but the background design was really eye catching. You mean like how I had my previous, the way that I had done it earlier? Well, this is just a quick example of doing it like this right here. There's other ways to do it, you know. I kind of like the way that I did it before. Like, see, if we were to go back all the way. So like here. So then we just remove that. Remove that. I got to remove all the ones that are behind there. Just take everything off. Okay. I kind of like the way this one looks. Maybe leave that up there like that. Huh, baby? Daddy's still working, honey. Oh, cover your mouth. We're not trying to get other people sick, honey. So what about like that? You okay? Yeah, you okay, baby? You okay? Is mommy still sleeping? Mommy still sleeping? Yeah. Do you wanna maybe get some of your toys and you can bring them right here? And that way you can be up here with daddy?
Yeah.
Maybe go get your iPad and you can watch here in the floor with daddy? All right, so what is this? You say you think this is much better? Now, would it be better to have something outlining the part 22 instead of it just being there like this? Because I feel like it's not blending in with the background as good. Do you know what I mean? I do overthink so much. I do. Add a shade. Well, this already has a effects. So it already has a shadow. So there's different, you know, styles that you can do. You can do an outline. So it'd be something like that. So that way the black comes out a little bit more. So it, you know, stands out a little bit more. You can, no, that's too stupid. You could give it a background, but I don't even want to give it a background. You can make it neon. No. If anything, I would do a outline, and like I said, probably make it black. Take the thickness down just a little bit, so that way it stands out just enough. Looks with a more transparent background. So maybe take this background that I've got here. You see what I did there, right? See, I added, see, that's how it looks. And then you can add like that to give it a, so flip, vertical. So that gives it a little bit of a background, kind of. %, was better the way it was. So don't do the, crap, hold on. So like that. Make the background more see-through. You can see just how much goes through into all of this, guys. It's a lot. So like that, more see-through. Well, see, you got to remember that everyone's going to have a different, you know, it's hard to do this like this because everyone's going to have a different, I think it should look this way. I think it should look this way. And it's tough. It's really tough to see which one would, but you guys think like literally in this sense, this would have, you think that people would have saw this here and been more inclined to pick it than my other thumbnail. Is that what you're telling me? Can you all come to a consensus on that? Because yes, this is so much easier of a way to do them. Oh, well, thanks for watching Video Game Madness. I appreciate you. Blur the idea. You think you blurred. It's a lot of pain. There's a lot of things you got to go through that just, you know, you'll spend hours trying to figure out one particular thing. And then like, I don't know how many times I've sat here and when I set up my live streams, you know, I'll sit here with this right here. And then I'll ask myself, okay, like this here, like, see, this background that I have is an intermission background that goes up and down, but I can't have the intermission part staying right there showing intermission. So I put my logo here in front of it so that it doesn't show that. And that way people can see, you know, that kind of thing if I'm having it on a screen like this. So there's so much that go into this. I mean, I spend hours trying to make the chat box, trying to make this, trying to make it look whatever, just so that people can find it comfortable, inviting, and warming, and all that kind of stuff. It's a lot of effort. It's a lot of effort. And then sometimes that effort doesn't always pay off. So that's why everything is always so hit and miss. You know, sometimes you might not get a lot of views on a video, and you put a lot of work into that video, and then it brings you down mentally so much. And then you lose some of that willingness to use your brain and to experiment and to make things cool and fun. And it sucks sometimes. It really does. Now, I know I'm using this as a thumbnail, but this thumbnail might not necessarily be the perfect example of a thumbnail. So this is what I do with my thumbnails. Like this here. See, I take a thing from the game that I'm playing. Like say in instance, you have this thumbnail. Remember, this one was for this video. Now, if I were to make this full screen, you know, that's how, but then you'd have to, hold on. You'd have to take this and you'd have to position the layer backwards a little bit. There you go. So what would I think in this situation? I'm like, okay, well, his head's getting cut off a little bit. So what I would probably want to do is I would want to flip it. So that way his head's not getting cut off, and I would zoom in quite a bit because this is in 4K. So you can zoom in and get away with the quality still being good enough. And so then you would make it something like that. Now, I can actually see the value in this thumbnail right here. This one doesn't look too bad because you have the person centered or on the right side away from the text. It's very expressive in what's going on. You can sense some type of danger here. And everything is clear, 100% walkthrough. And then I'm telling people, you know, see the description for the chapters or whatever, you know, for that we put in there. Sean, haven't you had these same problems before loading the Stream Elements thing? I think it might be your browser. Maybe the browser you're using isn't as good. You can just do the super chat thing. Remember, we got a goal on the channel with the super chats. If you want to leave a super chat there, that's fine. Oh, the Indiana Jones game is great. Definitely check out my walkthrough. It's really tough trying to figure this all out. Like, I don't like this just being there, like out in the open, just standing there, part 22. It's like the perfectionist in me wants to put it like down here, or, you know, then you have to ask yourself, okay, well then if you do that, well then maybe it's better to put this up here like this and maybe make it slightly smaller. You know, and you get the information you need, but then you have this whole section down here that feels empty and like there's nothing there. So then that tells me, maybe not, you know, and then you go back and forth on this. Yeah, see, I don't think this way would be a good way because it feels like that bottom section is empty. I put that like back there. But the part 22, it's like I have a hard time figuring out, do I want to stay consistent? So do I put the part 22 on the right side? Would that be the thing that people read the easiest over here? Or should it be on the left side? Or should it be down here? Or should it be down? You don't want to put it down at the bottom because the time covers up the part when you're on a phone. So it doesn't look good. Yeah. I think in this situation, the top left is the best, but that's because this specific thumbnail. So if we removed this thumbnail and we did a different one, let's say, like this one. What I try to do is I go through the video and I just try to find a thumbnail that looks decent, you know? Like in this case, I think I could go a little bit higher. That way I can move. No, you can't really move it over too much. So what I could do is I could flip it so that it's centered more there. And then what I would do with this one is I would turn up the brightness, the adjustment of the brightness so that it sticks out more, right? So it's lighter. And then you can change some colors around, you know. Thank you, Latifa, for the subscription. And then I usually put a little bit of clarity in there. So you can go really clarity, but that takes away a little bit of the blurriness of the thumbnail. You can put a little sharpness, but if you put too much sharpness, it just looks weird. So I don't usually put sharpness in because it just makes it too much. But yeah. So you're seeing what I kind of go through. I don't want to spend any more time on this because we can actually make a separate live stream. That would be a good detailed live stream for us to go through. Now, here's another thing that's great about Canva is I can do this. So we could go to create new design. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go home. Now, this is what's great about Canva. So like, see right now, this is what I'm doing for my God of War. It's a lot of information on there, right? But I love the way that it looks because it lets people know the difficulty. This is where we're at in the mission, detail step by step, and it's a platinum guide. Again, probably too much information on there. But you know, it's something to figure out. So what I do now is right here. So I will type in YouTube gaming thumbnail. This is where I usually get my starts on how I come up with thumbnails. So we got templates. Sean, thank you. I'd much rather step on a thumbnail than a thumbtack. That is very, very true, buddy. Thank you so much, man. So then here we go. So you got Canva and you've got all different kinds of themes. So you see how these stand out? I could take, you know, like right here, like there's a thumbnail that kind of looks like it stands out to me. And then I could put some different things on here. Like, see, there's like, you know, these are these examples of what some of the ones that you can create. Like this one's a good one too. So then you could just hit customize. Golden, thank you so much for the subscription. And then instead of putting, you know, epic victory here, I could take this off, right? Go to my uploads, find where that one is right here, like this. Let's say this was an Indiana Jones one. That doesn't really fit there. But you see what I'm saying? So like in the background, we would just take another, like here. Obviously, I would need to position this backwards. But I would position it above that, I think. I don't think you really need this thing, maybe not as much. Probably. But I do like the way that this looks, except the only thing that I would do is I would go to effects and I would probably make it an outline instead. So it'd be something like this. But what would I put in here? So right now it's separated by those three. So it'd be more like, like that. Lucas, happy Christmas train. Well, happy Christmas to you too, buddy. Thank you. Thank you for the tip, man. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas as well. So would it be better to put this like down here? And then maybe put the name of the game here? Or no, we need a part. So this has got to be like, say, part 1. All right. Now what you would do is you would set both of those and then you could go higher And you could set that like part 1, or even this needs to be higher though, I think. Probably doesn't need to come out as far. I think the part in the top left. Oh, I don't want to move that. Hold on. Something like that. How does that stand out? I love how my year in review ends up being a thumbnail tutorial. So how does this stand out? I guess you really don't need this subscribe thing in there, but I mean, just to remind people. Add your logo in the top right instead of remove subscribe. So if I was to add my logo, I would have to go all the way down because my logo is at the very, very bottom. Yes, but how would I put the logo in there though? You can see how many projects I've done using Canva that I've got to go all the way down here until I reach it. So give it time to catch up. It's going to take a while. There we go. There's my logo. So what I would do is I would need to take an element, and then I would go into frames is what they're called. Frames. And then I would set this circular one. So I'd have this circular frame, and then I insert this inside, and then it makes it into a circle thing. So then where would I put this? With a tilt? Yeah, but see, where that's the thing is, where would I? Top right? Oh, okay, I see. So instead of it being straight, you think a tilt. 30 degrees is too much, I think. I mean, does it need a tilt? Or so something like that? Now, I'm not a big fan of the circle, so I'm thinking maybe this instead. So we can delete the image from there, and we can delete that. And then that way I don't think maybe a circle. Oh, I got to go all the way again. Dang it. And now it's like kind of like a rounded. Something like that, maybe. Edit my face logo into Indiana. You know what? That's a thing that I think a lot of people do. Could even do more corner rounding like that. What do you mean by add a fade? So think of it. All my thumbnails could look something like this. My logo will always be here so people knows whose thumbnail it is. The image will always be here, and I'll try to center it to where it makes it look good. Add a fade? I don't know what you mean by add a, what do you mean by fade in the walkthrough? I don't understand. I don't understand what you mean by fade. Becomes transparent. So like that? So it's not as bright? But doesn't that make it harder to see? I have no idea how to do just the edges. I don't even think you can, I don't even know if you can do that. You probably can do that in Photoshop, but I don't make enough money to have Photoshop anymore, to be honest. So I got to work with what I got here. I don't know how to just fade the sides. I can definitely make the white part here more fade. Like that, if that's what you're talking about. I do feel like I want to do something with this. I didn't make the blue part. It's just that's the color. See, the blue part's 100%. That's just the color of whatever this text was. So that's not on anything but the text itself. So if I wanted to do that, I could go to effects. I could probably give it some... that, and then I could make this like a lighter color, something that would stand out more. You just have to, each one would be different depending on what the color of the thumbnail is. Some parts of it might look better than others. So, you know, if I'm using, I like the color purple, but I think you can even do color picker here and make it like a little bit lighter because you want it to stand out, but you don't want it to, because I like the color, I like purple. Like I do maybe something like right in there. Remove the black lines around the letters. You don't like the outline? Well, see, the outline to me makes it stand out better. Like if we were to move the outline, see, then that makes it significantly harder to see for one. It's also based off of the type of font it is. So you would need to, you know, change fonts. There's so many different types of fonts that you can actually use, but that one, I like that font. That's why I would put the, because it's even got the bold in there. I like this font right here, but that's why I would either give it a lift or a shadow, but I don't even think a shadow is doing enough. The neon, maybe? What about the neon? The same font as the bottom. It's the same font. See? That's all the same font. That actually has a outline, see? So that's why I would put the outline there. That's literally the same. You just can't see it because there's no background, so it's harder for you to see that it's there. Remove the background on the part one. So you're saying take this away. Now for me, I feel like I would need to make this a little bit lighter. So maybe go into effects, or not effects, sorry, go into the color and bring it up a little bit more. You want it to stand out. Maybe something like that. So you're saying get rid of this entirely. This doesn't feel like it blends in enough. So maybe editing into a shadow, give it a drop, or maybe even a, no, not an outline. So you try it with white text up top. So like that. And you all here, I'll make this a little bigger so you guys can maybe see it a little easier. You all think that this is significantly better than what I had previously on the walkthrough. You think that this right here, if someone was passing it down the line, you think people would click on this before they click on the other one. I don't know so much if I like the straight up white design. So you guys don't think I should have anything on there that says 4K? Because I try to make sure people know that my walkthroughs have a higher standard of quality. So I would put like a 4K. So I would search images, or which is probably, yeah, it's like, see here. I would try to put like something like this to let people know that it's 4K. Is that adding too much? You liked when the color of the top text matched my logo. That was a nice touch. I did like that too. So I think I would want to go back to something like kind of 67% of your viewers watch on mobile, so they can't see the 4K. Okay, but that might be true. But then what about the other 33% that can see it? I mean, is having this in the corner there really taken away from anything? I mean, why don't we just do this? That way people know that they're watching a 100% walkthrough in 4K. Now, another thing you could do is this. So you see this right here, right? Okay, let me take that back. Okay. Check this out. So we could take the same picture, and I've done this sometimes. So right there, same picture. Okay. Except background remover. So it does it all itself. Now we just have this little picture here. So we bring it up to normal size. And then we give it a how did I do that before? I think an outline. There we go. Well, I guess I could stay with the motif of the blue. Something like that. Is that too much, you think? You like it better without the indie outline? I'm trying make the text. Hold on. Could you make the text match the light blue that stands out a little bit more? So more like that kind of blue? Hold on. Let me get the number. That's the cool thing about this is you can go over here to edit. You can go to your shadows. You can look at this. It is, okay, copy that. And then when you come over here, put it in there. Now it matches. So now you can see that it all matches, right? He looks radioactive. The Blue Hulk. The light blue accent color you have in your logo. Oh. Like where in the logo is it you're talking about? I mean, I was just, a lot of people, put these over top so that they could have like because it just makes things stand out a little bit better, a little bit more. But, in this case, it doesn't necessarily need to be in there. But what blue are you talking about here? Are you talking about like this, are you talking about like the neon? Because you can do an effect neon here. And you can see how that matches kind of the neon that you're talking about. And you can go intensity wise, you can make it lighter. So you can give it like a neon look right there. What about that? Are you talking about there? You talking about my Superman shirt? I kind of like that one. Now, would you think I should also make this neon as well? No, only the part. So don't put the neon there. Okay. Let's keep it with the black. Can probably even make this a little bit bigger. So right there, what do you think? We got a few different big incoming games coming up. So there's actually quite a bit. And we'll go over that here before we end the stream, of course. And I'll tell you guys of the future here. When you had it dark, it kind of blended in. Yeah, I get that. I mean, does that look better? Need a smaller logo there. Now, again, we can also make this stand out more too. That's, yeah, definitely not as good, I don't think. Maybe like right there. And that's the problem is it would be a blanket. So that means every picture we put in, this is what it would look like. So what you're saying is, instead of me putting in platinum guide or all trophies, all achievements, 100% walkthrough is, you think, something that would be much, much more clicked on than anything else. Because if you go to see, we just use the template and we just went off of that template. Because if you go to my projects that I've done, remember when I started the beginning of the year, designs. I think I've kind of changed it because I don't see it on there anymore, honestly. Legacy, Resident Evil, The Last of Us, recent designs. I don't see it on here anymore, actually. Actually, no, we can get more. Here we go. Where is it at? Keep going. This is what I remember when we started doing our streams. This is what we had. Do you guys remember this one? We've changed a few different times this year. Right here. Do you remember this one? But you guys are saying that's just too much information. Maybe just taking the platinum image so people know. And if it's an Xbox game, I can put the Xbox one on there. So like, let me find it here. Sorry. I got to go down a little bit. These are all things that I've done. So if it is a platinum guide, then I could take this, give it a little bit of a side. Something like that. Oh. Put it in Indy's hands. Yeah, that actually. Something like that. That's where that thing comes in handy. See, watch this. I love you too, baby. Could literally make it to where it looks like he's holding the thing. I mean, I would need to you know, do a lot of fiddling around with it, but it's something you could possibly do. Like, people get really creative where you can put the platinum trophy in his hands. But see, I'm not very good at this. And it would probably take me a while to figure out how to get it, like, yeah, I wouldn't do it for everyone because every I don't know how to use AI, guys. I've never used AI, so I don't even know. You think I'm smart. I'm the dumbest person when it comes to editing, when it comes to any of that stuff. I don't know. I'm not a good editor. I'm not a good graphic designer. That's why people pay people to do graphic design and stuff. I'm not good at it at all. Like there is a way that I could create this right here to make it look like he's holding it. It's just that I'm not good at figuring that out. I know there's a way to do it because see right now it doesn't really look like he's holding it because I'm not good. See, I would want to like blend so that some of the picture for his hand would come out on the other side. So, and it would take this part down. See, I'm not good at that stuff. But it would be something like that. And you could figure out how to mix it in or whatever. Like I said, I need to do a video. Hi, baby. I need to do a live stream where I get you guys and we sit here and we do this for like hours and try to figure out what the best thumbnail template is and then go from there and then insert different games to see how it works. Because in this case, you're not putting any title. You're not putting that what game it is. You're just doing a thumbnail, just showing part 1, part 2, part 3. You know, there's no title of the game in here whatsoever. You're just assuming that the person that is clicking on this knows exactly what they're searching for because they had to actually search it. But what if someone is on YouTube and they're just on their main homepage, right? And they didn't know what they were going to click on, but they see this thumbnail and they're like, oh, that game looks fun, but they don't know what the title is. I try to think about that too. What are the people that say, I'm just going to go to YouTube and see what my recommendations show? You know, when someone clicks on this, someone young, clearly, because anyone who doesn't know who Indiana Jones is needs to stay inside more and watch movies. But for other games that they may not know what game it is, but they click on it because they liked the thumbnail. Like I said, I overthink. I think there was like 50. No, wait, hold on. How many was there? 45. Yeah, 45. You didn't get notified. You only just saw that you were live, so you dropped in. Angry. Did you make sure that on my channel, guys, always remember this. I cannot stress this enough. When you're on my main channel page right here, click the bell icon. And I can't show you this because it's my channel. But if I click on someone else's channel that I'm subscribed to, where it says right here, click it, make sure it says all. I cannot recommend this enough, everybody. Make sure this says all. If it doesn't say all, then my videos aren't going to show up for you guys. If you have it on personalized, it just means some will show up. Hey, Spooky, thank you for the responsorship. 54 months. Awesome. Make sure that it says all. That means every single time I put a video out, it will show on your feed. If you do personalized, it just means it's only going to show ones that pertain to what you're currently looking up in your YouTube adventure. So always make sure it says all. Okay. Can't stress that enough. I know we've sat here and we've done this, but this will be a nice little start fresh kind of thing here. 2025 walkthrough. Okay. So I have this saved so I can come back to it and do things like that, or whatever. But we've spent enough time on that, guys. Talk about getting sidetracked, right? I mean, that's the ultimate sidetrack right there. We were going through this, and then we did that. So hold on, we're gonna have to rush through this now. But luckily, there's not a lot to go through. So, okay. So we were right here, did the final part, did some more little tiny videos, things like that. I still prefer to do these, and I will still do these, guys. Nobody is going to convince me not to do this. It is a major improvement. I'm starting to see the light, quest mode. Like it's when my brain has been too much, because I think you have to have all this information on there for people to be like, I'm looking for that. I'm looking for that. But like you said, people know what they want when they click on something. So when they type in walkthrough, they already know they want a walkthrough. So what's going to get their attention? I want to get people's attention, and sometimes I need to think outside of my own head. So obviously I will do this. We're going to create a live stream at some point in the next future where we're going to sit here, and then I'm going to go through Assassin's Creed, Unity. We'll do it for Unity or something, and see how we can make that thumbnail look the best. Right. I'm just trying to do the best that I can to make my channel stand out a little bit more. And you get these guys, that are so good. Like if you just type in walkthrough here, let's do it here. Yeah, this is what these guys do. I mean, very simplistic. This is why he is the number one guy. He used to be a fan of my channel. He used to come into my channel all the time, and he told me himself he got inspiration from my channel, and now he's the number one guy. So clearly he's much smarter than me when it comes to this stuff. He does AI, and he alters the picture because Indy wasn't smiling during that. But you see how simplistic that is and all that. Very simplistic, but people click on it. Like his walkthroughs are not that good as far as the gameplay wise. Like he doesn't do anything that makes himself stand out as far as playing games on the hardest difficulty. But people watch his stuff because he's built up such a good, system of what he does. He gets games super early. I think he said he gets them from he has a friend that works at GameStop or something. It was a while ago. I don't remember if this 100% true or not. And he's able to get a game a week or two in early. And therefore he's done with the game by the time it comes out. So he gets more views. Indiana Jones. I was able to get Indiana Jones significantly early thanks to the developers of Bethesda or Bethesda. They sent it to me early, and I was able to get more views because I had practically almost the whole game right away. But I see what people like in this. He puts the 4K up there. He puts the full game right there. Very simplistic, and stuff like that. And I literally just did this entire walkthrough. I did it too early because now you can do it in 60 FPS, which, sucks, but you can just see how easy, look, all of his things and what everyone is pretty much doing, just very simplistic, shows exactly what the game is. He doesn't just do the game in full parts. He has a formula like this. This is his formula. His formula is he'll post the game. Now, sometimes when he does single ones like this, he'll do it like this. But see how he'll do parts, like part 1, part 2, 3, and then he'll post the full part right there like that. So, but then again, sometimes he just does just the one video. But see, that the thing about my channel is not anywhere near as big as his. His channel has 4.1 million subscribers. I cannot compete against that. That is impossible, because so many thousands of people are going to watch it just because it's his video, period. And because of that, because of everybody that leaves, if you look, say for instance here, Assassin's Creed Syndicate, over 1,000. So 1 out of every 38,000, which equals 1 out of every 38, you could say, left a like on his video. That's not what I get. He gets a lot of likes. for his videos. That's a lot of likes compared to how many views. So that's a big thing. If we could figure that out, your host here, and that would help us out even more significantly. I don't. So if you looked at, that means 1 out of every 38. So if you look, my videos don't come close when it comes to the likes, the amount of likes. I need more likes. I mean, the YouTube's algorithm looks at watch time, likes, comments, and shares. That's what the algorithm looks at. And if I'm not getting enough in that sense, that's it. My video will never be able to get out there because there's not enough people leaving a like. Like this live stream right here has been viewed. Let me look. I have 454 views. That means there's been 454 individuals that have come into this live stream. I only have 35 people watching right now, but 435 or 456 people now have come through this. 52 likes. So you can see now if you go by that ratio is not too bad because the views are so low. However, it needs more likes. That's what I'm trying to say. That's just how the algorithms work. You know, more people that watch, the more likes and the more watch time. And that's what helps. If I could figure out the perfect scenario of getting more people to like my videos, then we'd be able to do better. But unfortunately, that's not the world I live in right now. So I got to keep coming up with ways to get more and more people to want to leave a like. And that's still really hard to do. I got to figure that out. All right, so let's keep going. Okay, so we did up here. All right, so then I went into a little trailer thing. I'm going to keep doing trailers. I like doing trailers, but I've pretty much turned my trailers into reactions now. So from now on, when you see a trailer on the channel, it's most likely going to be a reaction video, which gives you a reason to watch the trailer. But if you see a trailer on this channel, it's because it's a game that I'm interested in covering in some way or another. Okay. I do think we'll hear about Splinter Cell this year, coming in 2025, hopefully. I don't know if it's coming in 2025, but I think we'll hear about it more. Thank you, Jen. I appreciate you. All right. So then we did, like I said, we did the full video here, and that got definitely more views than I normally do. So it helped. Then I decided to do this silly Silent Hill's the short message. I put my little face picture in there. I mean, that was silly. Then I started doing platinum guides. I have so many to catch up on, right? Because what was the one thing that I said when I started this new journey on the channel? I said, what we're going to do is we're going to play these games in live stream format. We're going to go around and we're going to grab all the achievements, all the trophies, get 100% in the game and unlock everything. Then I'm going to take that, put it into a video that might be an hour long or whatever, showcasing every single achievement or trophy in the game. I did that for the first few, but the live streams, the amount of live streams that I was doing put a toll on my head too much that I was so tired after every live stream. A lot of people don't realize, they think that, oh, you know, when you do a 6-hour live stream, that you're just sitting there for 6 hours and you're just playing a game and that's it. There's so much more that goes into a 6-hour live stream than you guys think. There's the hour it takes to set everything up beforehand. There's the trying to remain as entertaining as you possibly can be during the live stream. You're talking constantly for 6 hours straight, right? And you're not shutting up because you got to keep it engaging. You got to keep people wanting to watch. That takes a lot of energy out. You know what I mean? And so by the time you get done with a 6-hour live stream, even though if I would start those streams, I started this year at like 10 a.m. 10 a.m. is when I started, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So then I would finish about 5 or so, or 4. And then at that point, you're like, well, there's still plenty of hours left in the day. Well, there's really not, because one, I'm super tired after that point, and I'm just like, oh. And that's how I am for like the first few hours after I do a live stream that's like 6 hours long. I'm so tired because I've put so much of myself into that live stream. Then my little girl comes home from school or whatever, and I want to spend some time with her. And then I don't have time to work on videos. I don't have time to do that, which is why I've went a different direction now, where we're going to do 3 live streams a week, Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. And then I can work on videos Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Sundays, and then still have time for my little girl and have time to feel like a good husband and a good provider and a good, it's a balancing thing. You have to do it for your sanity, for your mind, and all that stuff. I'm in this office so much every single day, and I'm in this office more than the amount of return I get from it. So I'm just wasting all of that. If I'm not getting as much out of the time that I'm putting in, then I need to find a way to utilize the time that I am putting in so that it matches the output that I'm getting. So that's why I'm like 3 days a week a stream, Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays. Those are the bumpiest days, starting at about 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because that's when a lot of people in America are either getting closer to getting off of school, or, I'm going like between 2 to 6 to 7. People are getting off work. They can stop by and say hello. The reason we were doing 10 a.m.s was because it was the perfect time for me, 10 a.m. to start, because it's my day going by, but I wasn't doing videos. I didn't have a chance to do videos at that point. And a lot of the people that I got on these streams, they were all from the UK or from the other side of the world. But then I'm missing out on the biggest audience I have, which is the American audience. So as much as I love streaming at 10 a.m. for all of you out there, if you go by my analytics say it is better for me to stream at a later time, and it's better for me to stream on these days, Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. So there we go. So that's why I've made decisions on what I'm doing there. So we did do our platinum guides. Like, say, the first one I did was for Hellblade. Remember, we did that one. It just took us 1 stream to beat the game. Actually, it may have been 2 streams. No, was it 1? I think it was just 1 stream to beat the game. And the same thing, we also did 1, but look, they didn't get many views. I mean, and I tried to make this as fun as I could, by making the titles stand out a little bit. The easiest AAA game to platinum, The Order 1886. And I had an editor that actually helped edit those videos, but he kind of disappeared on me, and then I haven't heard from him since. So he did like the first 2 with me, and then he made some excuse, and then he just disappeared, and I've never heard from him again. So it was just weird. I mean, I thank him so much for helping what he did, but I guess it was just too much for him to do. I just wish that he would have explained to me that, hey, it's just too much for me, man. And I would have been totally fine with that. But when he left the way he did, it made me get so backed up even more. And then it became impossible for me to do these videos at that point. So I'm hoping now, with me having the time I'm going to have to work on videos, that I can start making these platinum videos for each game that I do. So for someone that doesn't want to sit through a 25, 30, 200 hour game, they can look at my platinum guide and be like, this is what I need to do to get this achievement. This is what I need to do to get this achievement. And then it'll help them out. And they don't have to sit there. Some people don't want to watch a 20-hour game. They just want to say, I just need this achievement here. So let me click in the part of the video where that achievement is. And then boom, now I know how to get it. What's wrong? Are you having trouble? It's okay if you can't get it, hun. Sometimes we just can't figure things out, and it's okay. Don't hit yourself. Ella, look at Daddy. It's okay. Sometimes we just don't figure things out. You'll eventually be able to get it though, okay? You just keep trying. Don't give up. That's why Daddy's still here doing this after 15 years now. But yeah, so we did that. I started binary, and then I never did another video after that. Why? Why do I do that? This is why I don't want to do this anymore. This is why I do not want to put out a walkthrough video of a game that I have not finished yet. because this is what happens. Ella, it's okay. This is why I don't want to do that anymore, because I'll put out a video, I'll put out part 1, and then I'll get too distracted with the walkthroughs that I had going on during the live stream platinums, and then I totally don't have time to do this anymore. So, which is why I've already started Unity and already have a bunch of videos with Unity, but I'm not putting it out. Ella, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here, stand up. Come here. Come here. Ella, look, it's okay. If you can't figure something out, it's okay, all right? You don't need to get mad. You don't need to get upset. You just either you go and you do something else, or you take a little break, okay? Because you don't want your mind to get all stuck in itself, okay? You don't want to get that upset, all right? It's okay if you can't figure it out, all right?
I just want that.
You can do something else instead, exactly. Okay?
Just one.
Okay, you go do that one instead. Okay? All right. So what I want to do for my walkthroughs that I do from now on is I don't want to put out a video until I'm done with the walkthrough. Does that make sense? That's what I want to do. Okay. All right. So answer some of your questions. Hey, Joe. Yes. So, all right. Some walkthroughs. Okay. Let me put it to you this way. This is how I'm going to deviate the walkthroughs in video format and the walkthroughs in live stream format. This is how it's going to be. All right. Open world games, massive, big, open world style games. They are more centered towards live streams, which means that I would do a Thursday, Friday, and a Saturday live stream of that game. Let's say we'll use Cyberpunk as an example for this. I want to do a platinum guide for Cyberpunk. All right. Now, if I did that in video format, you know, I could do a little bit of time. It would be totally fine in video format, but it is an open world game. And because of how open world it is, it makes more sense to do it in a live stream format. So what I could do is I do the live stream of the game. Let's say it's a 5-hour part. Not everybody has the time to sit through a 5-hour part to watch. So what I would do is I would take the game that I'm doing and do my live streams, record just the gameplay of that game, just the gameplay, separately. I would take that footage of what I did that day. I would edit it down. I would get rid of all of the fluff stuff that I do of like sitting here and talking to everybody and, you know, that kind of thing. And I would only put in the parts of me going through each mission and doing that. I would condense it down to say maybe a 2-hour video. So I would put the timestamps in there. This is timestamp for this mission, for this mission, for this achievement, for this achievement. I would edit it down into a nice structured walkthrough. Even though I get the source from the live stream. So if people want to watch the live stream, they can. But then for those that don't want to sit through a 5-hour video, well, then now I have a condensed 2-hour video and of the missions. But if you want to watch the live stream interaction, you can. But for those that don't have the time to do that, they can watch the condensed version. So that is how I would do that. Does that sound like the most plausible thing to do? Does that sound like that's the way it should be? I think that's the best way to do that when I am doing a live stream guide. If I'm doing specifically only a video guide, then I would do the same thing as I would just explain to you video format, but just in my own time. So I would only show you just the important bits. I would try to cut out any of the slow stuff so that I can keep your guys' attention as much as possible. That is the goal moving forward of what we're going to do. Some games really sell the live stream format better than others. If it is a linear type of game, I don't want to do a live stream for it. I want to do it in a video format because it makes more sense. It's a linear type of game. It's a straightforward type of game where it's open world. We can get lost a little bit by doing side missions, by doing this other stuff in here. So I could do that in a live stream format and then just edit everything together in a video format later. So there's my thinking there. And then when I do the videos, so I would try to do the video format, like maybe an hour to 2 hours per video. And then at the end, take all the footage together and make it into one long playthrough. And that's how they would be. So, all right. So we did this. I never revisited that again. Did a few first impressions style videos here and there, you know, but not a lot. See, we're already down to 9 months. Now we're into 8. I did a few funny stream moment videos like this one in Thief, where like this is a little funny video that happened, like a little bloopers and stuff, more reactions. I remember this one was really funny where we did Preacher Strain, where I'm like talking to everybody in like a preacher style voice and doing that. That was really fun. My wife scared me during this video. I had a few of those. Then we did another walkthrough with Kane and Lynch. Didn't get a lot of views, but it's an older game or whatever. But and we did it by mission, as you can see, because it's not a open world game. It's a linear tile game. All right, gameplays. Can I help you? You have a gaming channel too and can't make the achievement show on the OBS record like you do in your videos. I play Xbox Game Pass on PC. You can't. Just so you know, it's impossible. So when you play Xbox on PC, the achievements will not show in your video. You can't do it. It's impossible. That is because Xbox uses a Xbox on PC uses a proprietary thing with its own software, and it only shows to you. It will not show in your videos. So there's nothing you can do about it. So if you're playing Xbox games on PC, you cannot get them to show. So what you would need to do is, if you want to help people out that way, is that you would need to do this. So there is a program for Steam called Steam Achievements Notifier. And what it does is it creates a little pop-up notification of something. So what you would need to do is you would need to customize and make your own thing. You can customize this, and then you would need to make a blank one, essentially. So you would have, you know, no text here, no nothing like that here, anything like this. And then you would take a recording of that, and then you would put it into a green screen, have that in a video format, and then manually go into every time you unlocked an achievement in whatever game you were in the video, insert that in at that exact time the achievement unlocked, and then you put in the text itself, because you can do that in the customization here, where you can set it to where whatever custom text that you want. And that's how you would be able to do that. It's a lot of work, but that's the only way you can get achievements to show up for Xbox PC. All right, moving on. So we did Kane and Lynch, RoboCop. I did a few achievements videos for RoboCop because I wanted to see how they would do, but they didn't do very well. So they just got a few views. So I just didn't do it anymore because it was like, you got to go downstairs and charge it. So put it back in the charger where mommy is. Okay. Put it back in the charger. So we kept doing this. Then I did some shadows, trailer reaction. Then we did this. So Hellblade 2 came out. And because I was able to get Hellblade 2 early, I decided to do Hellblade 2 in walkthrough format. So I put it all in one video. And then I also did a collectible video, and even the collectible video didn't get that many views. Not a lot of people wanted to search up this game, so unfortunately it didn't do. I even did a review, but still they didn't really get a lot of views, unfortunately. Actually, this Say Goodbye to Black Bars, I did a little thing where you can remove the black bars in Hellblade, and that got more views, almost more views than my walkthrough itself. Make it make sense. I did a little thing, 5 must-play Call of Duty multiplayer games. I put a lot of effort into this little video. It didn't get any views. Spider-Man DLC, the heist, that's after I did the live stream of the main game. I went and did that. It didn't get a lot of views. Channel updates. I stopped doing a lot of channel updates. I need to do more. I want to do more and more channel updates. I turned the Ghost of Tsushima into a video series, but it didn't get a lot of views. So, yeah. I unleashed an epic rage in this wild RDR2 stream. I have no idea what that even is. Some more reactions. Not a lot of video stuff, as you can see. Not a lot. Just some trailer reactions, not walkthroughs or anything like that. I got to play the game a little early. It got a few views. I really enjoyed this game, by the way. It was a great game. I'm really looking forward to Shadows. You guys are going to see a lot of footage for Shadows. I'm going to get a chance to play the game early. I can't say anything more than that, but I will have a bunch of videos up before the game is even close to being released because I have an opportunity. So hopefully you guys will check that out, and hopefully the game will be good. Yeah, I've heard of Cole Carnage. She's a streamer guy. I put a lot, and I mean a schnitload of effort into this Still Wake the Deep playthrough. One full playthrough of this game, all achievements. Hi, baby. And it got 4,000 views, which is more than my normal stuff. So, hey, I enjoyed that one. I took my live stream and I did a full 100% platinum walkthrough of it, of getting every trophy in the game in one video. There. Then I remember this, I started God of War. Ella, did you just toot? What do you say if you toot?
Excuse me.
You say, excuse me.
You was too far.
Ella, oh my gosh. Ella.
What?
Oh my gosh, that smells. Ella, oh my gosh. Hun, go wipe your butt. Go wipe your butt.
I did already.
Go wipe your butt. That one smelled very bad. So you need... She does not want to wipe her butt. You are too much like me, kid. I am so sorry for your future.
Yeah, I do goose.
Mm-hmm.
You do goose.
All right, let's keep going. Oh my gosh, this little girl. I did all these walkthrough videos for God of War before I left to go see my mother in my like little kind of, because I went to visit family or whatever. And then when we got back, we didn't do any more. And it's such a shame. We're going to be continuing our God of War playthrough. They didn't get a lot of views. That's fine. I don't care at this point. We're going to finish it. So God of War over the next month is going to be finished. Okay. That's going to happen. Some more of this stuff. I did I did some drum videos, which I'd like to do more of. I'm not done yet, baby. Daddy needs to work, okay?
1 more minute.
It's going to be a few more minutes. Can Daddy work just a little bit more, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Love you.
I love you too, buddy.
Yeah. I want to do more of this. I want to actually do some real drum covers this year. I want to get back into playing drums again because I miss it so much. So expect some more stuff like that coming in the future as well. I remember when I did a new live stream setup, which was awful. This looks just awful. So we're not keeping that. We didn't keep that setup for very long, clearly. I did a boss battle video, a benchmark video, which actually got some views. I did those. I like those. Just, you know, random videos here and there, things like that. Yeah. I mean, not really much else to say about. I did this. This was a fun little thing, but the walkthrough didn't get any views at all. I did a full platinum for Resident Evil 3 live streamings, but I made that into a separate final part for the Inferno speedrun that we did. Didn't really get a lot of views. Very excited for Star Citizen. It's now in 4.0, so that's pretty cool. Love me some Star Citizen. It's like one of my passions to play when I'm not recording, because I just like, I like space games. We did our Detroit Become Human. That's when we did some Batman stuff, getting into the Dragon Age series, which we didn't even, you know, didn't do that good. I did not like Monster Hunter, did not like the gameplay for it. These got no views at all, the DLC. Wow. I thought they'd get more than that, but they didn't really. And then I put it all together one that did a little bit better, I guess. Then we did our 24-hour marathon. I did a little video for that. We finished Death Stranding finally, which was pretty cool. AC Shadows thing, and then we took some of our 24 marathons and we put them into videos, which didn't really make a lot of video views. Except for Splinter Cell, does the best. And if I just turn this channel into a Splinter Cell channel, then I think we do a lot better, right? Then finally, the game came out that really helped us finish the year significantly better in the video department, right? Which was this one right here. So some of them don't have as many views, but look at that. So obviously they're in different orders here because I put them all first and they got all released at the same time. Don't do that, folks. Don't release 15 videos at once on YouTube because it screws the algorithm up and it makes your channel get less promoted, and it makes it people harder to find certain videos, which is why some videos have more views than others, because yeah, it just made it significantly harder. So this walkthrough did pretty well. I mean, if we go, let's just say we click on this and we go over to our part 1. And of course, really enjoyed this walkthrough. It was a great way to finish the year. Still haven't got 1,000 views or 1,000 likes on it, but this is still more likes. I did drum corps back in high school. Yeah. This still has more likes than most of my videos ever get. So that was a good thing. And it's got more comments than I ever get. I thought we did a pretty good job on this one, and I was really excited and happy. Analytics wise, this one did pretty well. I mean, I've made total as of today, $158 on this part alone. This is what, now you can see how not normal walkthrough channels that everybody watches, right? That make a lot of views. You can literally see how much money they're actually getting compared to what we do. So, you know, if I was able to get 24,000 views on an average video, then we wouldn't be in the dire straits that we are currently in. But unfortunately, most of my videos only get to about 1,000 views, and that only makes us $2 to $3 per 1,000 views. So it's just the way that it works out. If we were able to find a way to bring more people in on a constant basis, then we can get these numbers again, and we can bring up the channel again. We can make more, and we can, you know, do better. We need to do better. So this one was a good way to end. So I was very happy with it. We did gain 175 subscribers from this one video. So that's pretty cool. If we look at, say, the second part, obviously we lost 10,000 viewers. So not as many viewers, but you can see all the timestamps in here that Green put all these timestamps in and helped us out for. So he would literally, so I would make the video and then I would put it on YouTube, private it. I'd add his email to it so he could view it early. And then he would go through the video and he would put all the timestamps in there so that people would be able to understand all the stuff that was going on. He did such a great job. Really, really helped me out. Even made $160 from this one alone. Is that more than what I did for the first one? So that was pretty freaking good. And we're still getting 585 views in the last 48 hours. So they're still making. This was my game of the year for sure. Indiana Jones was my game of the year. Yes. Still made 51 subscribers on part 2. So these ones were doing significantly better. So this format, because we were able to get the game early and I was able to have these videos out to you guys quickly. People watch these because I had the timestamps in there. I had them complete, set up. We got the game out as quickly as I could, even though people got the game out much quicker than we were able to. This was 100% guide, so it takes a lot longer to do things. And it worked out very, very well for us. I mean, part 2 still did pretty well. Look, part 3 still did pretty well too, with 11K and still made 18, new subscribers from that. And it's still getting some views. So yeah, I mean, they were doing decent for me. I mean, so I was really, really happy with this. Now, towards the end, because when we got to the point of towards the end of it, obviously there's not a lot of views on these anymore. So that's when people already had the game in their hands. This is why it is very crucial if you want to be successful on YouTube, when you're playing a new game, to finish it as quickly as possible and get it out to the masses as quickly as possible. Because once people get it in their hands, the views are going to drop down significantly. So you can see where we started, 11K, then 6. And then I did like little puzzle videos. Then it kept going down more. It kept going down more. And it's going to keep going down all the way until you get to the very, very end. I think one of them doesn't even have, hold on. Well, it looks like all of them have over 1,000 at least, but you could see where it just started going lower and lower and lower because you got to get it out there as quickly as possible. That's the whole trick. Then we did this thing here with the Game Awards, which was really, really fun, and I really enjoyed that. I had lots of fun with that. The Game Awards. Some trailers did better than others. Like that one, Harrison Ford video had 8. It didn't get viral. But let's look at this. And be the character. So this is during the, Harrison Ford came out here. This was pretty cool. How much money did I make from it? $14. I mean, that's something. No one's viewing it anymore. It's only got 28 views in the last 48 hours. But I did gain 2 subscribers from it. And it did give me $14 during that stream. And I just, so that wasn't too bad. I'll take it. So yeah. And now you've seen what we've done. 2K views for this. How much money did I make off of this? So it was a long time since I played Hitman, right? A long time. And so we brought this back because a new Jean-Claude Van Damme Elusive Target came out. We got 2,000 views on it. I spent about a day working on the video. We actually lost a subscriber. I finally put a stealth video out there for Hitman, and we lose a subscriber. Hey, Green's here. He's alive. What's up, bud? But we did make, look at that. For 2,000 views, we made $15 off of it. That's not too bad for this channel. So that worked out quite, worked out okay. Which makes me think I should probably make some more Hitman stuff. And, because it seems like it does pretty well. I even did a reaction to Superman, the new trailer, which I was so happy about. But I'm not making anything off of this because it's copyrighted. So, yeah. Jen, hey, thank you so much for the 21 months membership. Merry Christmas to you as well in my stitches. So this thing got copyrighted immediately. So that means that the company's making any money from it. And therefore, that's why you don't see any money there, because I can't make any money from it. But there you go. So there's all the videos. And now if we go over to live, there's going to be significantly more because we were live streaming all the time. So as you can see, this will go a lot more than the videos did because we did this a lot more. All right. So that's over a year. Game Awards, Valhalla. Where is the first one? I think it was here. When was this? Oh, yeah, it was still December. So it looks like our first stream for the year was, sorry, we did a lot. It could have been right there, maybe. Yep. There it is. This was our first stream of the year. Modern Warfare with friends. I believe Green was in here, and he probably sucked really, really bad. Because normally when he was in our streams, yeah, there he is right there. That guy right there, not a very good.
Let's have a good match out there.
Call of Duty player, but a very, very good prop hunter player. So.
Until they consume.
Are you having fun? Are you having fun? Good. Good. That's good. That's what's important. Okay, so next, this is where we started. Now, remember one of the first things we did was we did the full game of Tomorrow Never Dies, which was really fun. Look at how many views we got on that first stream. So we did an old James Bond game. We did the full game and completed it in 2 hours. And it was fun. I think we had a good time on that stream. Then we had some of these, some more multiplayers. Then our first real game that we did streaming wise was Suicide Squad. Look at how good that did. 29K. And so I had a lot of fun playing this with Green, and I think Vic even joined us for one or a few of them. Can you please sing "We Wish You a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year"? Do you want to sing for him? All right. Can you sing a song? Can you sing the Christmas song for him?
Okay. Christmas song. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell walk. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell walk. Jingle bell.
Is that the only part you know?
Jingle bell walk.
What about him? We wish you a merry.
Christmas.
We wish you a merry.
Christmas.
We wish you a merry Christmas and a happy
New Year. I'll do a different song. Jingle bell, jingle all the way. How far is your way? Off the way. Hey, jingle bell, jingle all the way. How far is your way? A dolphin hofen hay.
in a Dolphin hay. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a Dolphin hay. Good job. There you go. Good job, baby. All right, so moving on here because we got to get through this. All right, so I had a lot of fun with this. Green did not like this game whatsoever. He hated it, but he was a good sport for doing it with me. But I still had a lot of fun with it. Elliot, Daddy's gotta finish.
Chocolate.
Okay, you want a Hershey's? Sure.
I want two. One, two.
Okay. All right. I enjoyed it, but it was nowhere near as good as I wanted it to be, or as anybody wanted it to be, really. Okay, so we did that. So we actually finished it. Look at the first stream we did, 29,000 views. That's pretty freaking good. Now, most of these views actually came after. So most of these views are from when it's a video. So, yeah. Now, this is when I announced that the channel is changing. So this is the first time that I announced that we were going to start doing 100% of games. And this is when the channel finally took a different direction once we did these. So the first game we did was the Order 1886. I believe we did 2 streams on that, and they did fairly well. And then we did 1 stream on that one. Whose funeral did I go to? Oh, whose funeral did I go to? My grandmother's. I'm sorry. My mind's all over the place right now. So this was a sad time, obviously, there. Then our next game that we started after we did Hellblade. So this was the first big game because these 2 games are super easy to platinum. They can be done super quick. So Shadow of the Tomb Raider was the first one we really started in our massive adventure, and it did pretty good. 8.3 thousand, 3.3. We did a total of 7 streams to do every single achievement, or excuse me, it was on PlayStation. So every single trophy and all the DLC trophies as well. So that was really good. Then the next one, we did these like a little game in between you could do in just one stream, which was Batman, the Telltale series. Then we started Batman Arkham Asylum, which did pretty well. Didn't do too bad. I really enjoyed that one. Then we moved on to Assassin's Creed Syndicate. This one we did was the PlayStation version in 30 FPS, I believe. So unfortunately, it doesn't have the 60 frames because this is earlier in the year. Ella, don't do that, honey. Then we did another month, or we did a test stream on both Twitch because this was when we first decided to start to. I didn't stream today to Twitch because this is a year in review for YouTube, so therefore I didn't stream on Twitch. And we continued that with Assassin's Creed. So count how many games we are 100% platinuming. Let's count because that's something I haven't done. Platinuming, 100% platinuming. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, onto Hitman. So 7. Then we started Thief and Red Dead Redemption. This one took us a long time and took up most of our time. We were already at 7. So we had these two going on at the same time, Thief and Red Dead. So Thief makes 8. And then Red Dead will make 9. We did other games in between Red Dead because Red Dead was so long. So that's already 9 games. 9 games that we have already platinumed by like March. Which is more than I've even done all year long. I've only ever platinumed a game once before in my life before this year. And that was God of War Ragnarok last year, or 2 years ago, whenever it came out on PlayStation 5. We platinumed that one. That was the first game I had ever platinumed. So we're sitting at 9. So that makes 10 because we did season 2. Then we did Mafia. That makes 11. Then we did Ground Zeroes. That makes 12. Shadow of Mordor, 13. Assassin's Creed 2, 14. RoboCop, 15. Spider-Man, 16. Haven't finished this one yet, so I can't do that one. Hellblade, 16 or 17. Hitman Go, 18. Modern Warfare, 19. Wolfenstein, 20. Can't count that because that's not. So we're at 20, right? Or something like that. So me and Green did this one. So 21 for A Way Out.
I got you on it.
Yeah. Nobody Wants to Die is 22. Brotherhood, 23. Jedi, 24.
Numbers.
Outlaws, 25.
Daddy, I want to do this.
Yeah, honey.
I want to count. I'll count on this. I want to let those
5. We didn't do a full thing on that one. We haven't finished that one, so I can't count that one. So 25 right now. Okay. Resident Evil 3, 26. Until Dawn, 27. Detroit, 28. And we're currently still working on this one. Quantum Break, 29. And that's it. So ladies and gents, this year, in 2024.
When you're done,
I'm not done yet. Can Daddy talk?
yeah, I have 1 more minute.
Can I have more than 1 more minute?
Yeah.
Can I have 100,000 minutes?
What?
What in the world?
No, how about 10?
How about 10 minutes? Okay, 10 minutes. Is 10 okay?
10,
Okay, 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Okay, give me 10 minutes. All right. So 29, ladies and gents, we platinumed 29 games. Now I say platinum as in an overworld. Oh, Indiana Jones. Yes, include Indiana Jones. So that makes 30. That's right. We completed 30 games to their fullest extent this year. I'm not talking about other walkthroughs, like we did other walkthroughs on the channel. I'm talking about games that were 100% complete. 30. 30 of them. That's quite a bit. 30. Now, they weren't all platinum. Some of them were 100% like on Xbox, or some of them were on Steam. Because if you bring up our Steam here, you can see when you go to library, it'll tell you what we've done. These are the ones we've done on Steam. So Thief, Hellblade 2, RoboCop, Red Dead Redemption, Quantum, Nobody, MGS5 Ground Zeroes, Great Circle, Hitman Definitive Edition Go, Detroit, and Modern Warfare. Those are the ones that we've done on Steam itself. And then I have to bring up my Xbox or bring up my PC or bring up my PlayStation to see what the other ones were. So they were all on different consoles, but I say platinum is just meaning that we just 100% of them. This is literally the best year I think we have had on the channel for accomplishing stuff that we set out to do. Now, there's a few of them that we have not finished. For instance, this one, we have not finished this one yet. We're on Act 3, so we just have one more act to go. We're really close to being done with this one. So I'm going to set a goal, everybody. Hold me to this, all right? My goal is to have Ghost of Tsushima platinumed before February 1st, 2025. Okay? That's my goal. To have Ghost of Tsushima platinumed and done before February 1st, 2024. Same thing goes for Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered. I want these two games done before February 1st, 2025. Those are my goals for these two. Okay. Thieves Platinum was, I wouldn't say it was a challenge or anything like that, but there were times where we were scratching our head as we were going through trying to find all the secret areas and stuff. So it was a pain a little bit, but it was still a very enjoyable experience. And I had a lot of help, fortunately, with the Thief game because we had both Natalie, we had Coyote, and they were those two were helping me out tremendously because they had played those games already. So that was really, really great. I will not be platinuming Baldur's Gate. No, that's too much game for me. This was a good year. I mean, like I said, there was only like 3 that we left undone. And again, that is Horizon Zero Dawn. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish this game before the end of this year. Also, what did I say? Horizon and God of War. And where was it? It's been a while since I've even played it. Dead Rising, right? We beat the game. So don't get me wrong. We beat Dead Rising the game. We just didn't platinum it yet. But we beat Dead Rising the game, but we did not platinum it. What game was he playing where at the end the final boss had him raging and hating the game? Space horror game? Was it what? Uh, what space horror games did we play this year? I'm not going to be platinuming Dragon Age. Callisto? I mean, that game's boss is pretty bad. I mean, the boss fights itself are awful in that game. They're all the same. But I don't know. I don't know what game that is that you're talking about there. Wolfenstein, yeah, I heard the new Colossus, because there's like some really really tough things in that one. Yeah, I got Control too. I already got. I think I don't have it on here. I think I have it on. I got it on PlayStation. I got it on Xbox, and I got it on Epic Games Control. All right, so now we've discussed what games we've done. So congratulations, Strain. We've completed 30 platinums this year. I mean, for me, that is huge, especially coming from the year prior where we didn't complete nearly as many. Well, 0 actually, because I just did walkthroughs. I didn't do platinums. So have I done? I have not done the Lake House DLC for Alan Wake 2. No, I want to do it, but I haven't had a chance to do it yet. Okay, now let's talk about 2025. Here are the things that I want to do in 2025 as far as platinuming. All right. First of all, Assassin's Creed Unity. I've already started on that. Green and Vic are both going to join me for the co-op portions of the game. We're doing the PC version of the game, as you can see. It's still able to be played online in public. If you just don't have your Ubisoft Connect hooked up to the game, then you're going to be able to play it online and have people join your game, and you can still do co-op. So, but you will not see any of these videos until we finish the game. I might not finish the game for a while, but these are I'm telling you the games that we're doing. So Unity is happening. Red Dead Redemption 1 will happen. We will be doing a platinum for Red Dead Redemption 1. We're going to do a platinum for Grand Theft Auto 5, which I know that's going to be probably the biggest one this year, because we want to get ready for Grand Theft Auto 6. So they have not announced when Grand Theft Auto 6 is coming out. They did say it's 2025, but I don't believe they've put a timestamp on that. My guess is if it does come out in 2025, it's probably going to come out around September to November, would be my guess. Which means we have about 7 to 8 months to get that game done. It will be my biggest one for the year, of course, just like how Red Dead Redemption 2 was my biggest platinum for this year. That's the goal. So it is very possible that we start Grand Theft Auto 5 Platinum sooner rather than later, because of how big the game is and how much epicness is going to have to involved in doing it. Okay. So I hope you guys will be here for that, because it might change my schedule up because of just the massive size of that game. I can't see myself doing just 3 streams a week for Grand Theft Auto 5 and being able to finish it before GTA 6 comes out, because the game takes over like 2. Let's just let me get a quick shits and giggles here. So if I type in, Hold on. Oh. Why isn't it? I think. Oh, okay. Hold on. Where's it? What's it called? What's that site called? There it is. Okay, sorry. I couldn't remember what the site was called. All right. So let's take a look at this, because this is where I get my inspiration on what I should do at what times. Yeah, baby. Almost. Just a few more minutes, baby.
Check 9 minutes.
Sure. All right, right here. So great, you have a trophy guide here, but let's see if there's another one. Grand Theft Auto 5. That's for PS3 though. There's got to be someone has to have had another one. Really? Hold on. Let me try it this way. There we go. Grand Theft Auto 5 trophy guide. So right here, there's a few of them. All right. 150 hours. So this is actually less than the Red Dead Redemption 2 one. It's a 4 out of 10. So it means it can be done and it's not too difficult. The collectathon, miscellaneous activities, 70 gold medals. Start off GTA Online, getting the hang of GTA Online, miscellaneous online. That's going to be the toughest part, I think. Just like how it was in Red Dead Redemption 2 was the online portion. Grinding and ranking up. My guess is if I do this game, I don't know what version I'm going to do. Am I going to do the PC version or am I going to do the PlayStation PS5 version? That's a good question. I don't 100% know. I think I might want to do the PlayStation 5 version only because because GTA 6 is coming out for console before it comes out. So when GTA 6 comes out and I'm doing the platinum for that, it's obviously going to be on PlayStation or Xbox. So, there you go. Obviously what I would do is I would look at all of this first and map out as much as I could. But doing this game is also going to require us to change our schedule up big time, because I cannot sit here and just do 5 hours, 3 days a week. That means 15 hours a week, which means that if I do GTA 5, I can only do GTA 5 for how long? Let's see. Well, let's count this out. If this person says average 150 hours, somebody help me do the math here, okay? 150 hours to finish the game. If I did 3 streams a week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, at 5 hours a stream, that's 15 hours a week. How many weeks, Green is so smart, would it take me to complete the game? And so Green says 10 weeks. Well, that does make sense. 15 hours a week, 10 weeks, 10 times 15 is 150. So I'm actually smarter than I thought. But you also have to remember this. Most of the time, I might not do. That would mean I would only be able to stream this game for 10 weeks straight. That is 2 months, over 2 months. And I don't think my mind could handle that, because I didn't do that for Red Dead Redemption and I was doing 5 days a week. So I don't see myself doing 3 days a week, nothing but GTA 5, because I want other games that I want to put in there too, to platinum, right? It's not, so I'd have to figure out the logistics of that, obviously, would be the biggest hurdle. But theoretically, if I streamed only that game and did 5 hours a day, if you go by this logic of 150 hours, then it would take me 10 weeks to finish this game. How many of you all would still be there after 10 weeks? Raise your hand. So it's tough. It's tough. Obviously, GTA 5 is a still very, very popular game. So I think we'll get some pretty good views doing GTA 5 Platinum streams. But yeah. So might start this one sooner than later. That one's going to be crazy. The good thing about this game though is when you're trying to get the gold missions, because see here, you got to get 100% completion, 70 gold medals, is that you don't have to get them in one playthrough. So you could get 3 medals in one, and then if there's a 4th one that you haven't got yet, you could just play the mission one more time and go for that one specific medal, and then it'll add it, and then you'll have gold on the entire mission. So whereas in Red Dead Redemption 2, you have to get gold in every single you have to get all of your golds in one playthrough of that mission. In this game, you don't have to do that. This game is also way better equipped for streaming than it is for videos. So I tried. I don't know if you guys remember. I started to do let's check this out. I started to do a Grand Theft Auto guide. Watch this. Not there, sorry. Here's my original one. Look, I've already done this multiple times. That was my original one that I did way back when, in 2013, when the game originally came out. That was it right there. 65 videos. Then this one was when this is what I did. Oh my gosh. How long ago was this? 2 years ago now, when the next gen version came out on PlayStation 5. All I did here was just the story mode. Look at how well this did. 59,000 on the first 4-hour one. I mean, of course, the game just released, but look at this. I mean, most of them were pretty good. Yeah. So that wasn't too bad. Where is... Right there. It's only got... I only put out like one video, I think. Maybe one or two at the most. Because nobody watched. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's dead on arrival. And that was a year ago. Because I said I was going to do a Grand Theft Auto gold medal walkthrough like I did. This was before I started the whole streaming thing. So that's why this stopped. Because it was before I changed the channel. It only got 1,000 views. So that told me people weren't interested in watching it. 1,000 views isn't going to do anything. Because if I click on it and I go over to analytics, $3 wasn't going to do anything, obviously. So that live stream, I think, is a better format for this. So I would imagine, let me look here. All right, Red Dead Redemption 2 is a 200-hour game. That's what they say. What? What is this? Gordon, what? I have no idea who that is, but sure, okay. That didn't show up. You guys didn't see that, but I just got an invite that someone wanted to share my TV screen or something, so I blocked it, whatever that was. Anyways, so Red Dead Redemption 2 Platinum took us a total of how many parts? 42. 42 parts to do both online and the story. 42. So I would assume that GTA 5 is going to take us just as many parts, because look at how long some of our streams were. 7 hours, 8 hours, 8 hours, 8 hours. The first ones were like 8 hours long each. That's crazy. So it'd be a lot of work to do GTA 5, but we're going to do it because I want to be ready for GTA 6. And if we could do Red Dead Redemption and it's 200 hours long, we've got 9, then there's no reason that we can't do Hey, Sean, thank you for the
Sean,
$4
Thank you for the donation.
and 2 cents.
Right away. Woo, that was
Bonjour,
like right on time for
yeehaw. Thank
getting
you,
us
my
started
friend.
Already.
What's up, ladies and gents? Welcome back. Happy Tuesday, everybody. I
Look
hope
at my
everyone's
hair.
having a great time on their Tuesday. Hopefully, I'm able to make it go
That was
by,
during my
a little
green
bit better.
my green
So,
screen
we are back
phase
with more Red Dead Redemption 2
on my channel. Now
Remember, the streams have turned over for at least this week.
I'm like this type of phase.
Videos into the Ghost of Tsushima, so make sure you go and check that continuation of our walkthrough out. But
Dude,
the
my
Red
hair-
Dead
my hair
Redemption
was
2 streams
curly.
are going to continue,
Jeez.
obviously, because we have a long way to go.
Sometimes it's fun watching over these old ones.
What's up, ladies and gents? Welcome. Happy Thursday. Hopefully everyone is having a great day out there. We are live now.
Ah, good memories. I miss playing this game so much, by the way, because I had so much fun with it. So there's Grand Theft Auto 5. Now, as I had said previously, if you go over to guides and you type in Red Dead Redemption 2, pretty sure I probably used this person's guide. Well, no, I probably used this one. Yeah, see, 200 hours. And it's even more difficult. So, yeah. We got it done. We did it. We did it. Now, the next question is this. Ella, don't hit Daddy like that. Daddy's almost done, honey. Hold on.
Daddy, how many minutes?
Just give me a few more. I'm sorry. I know.
Daddy, how many? 8.
Give me 5 more.
5 more?
5 more.
5 more?
5 more. Okay? I promise.
Daddy, I know
Okay.
more.
I'm trying to see where the PS4 version. Right here. So this must be new. We want to do this game in 2025. It's only a 40 hour, so significantly less. The Rock and the Fish, yeah, that montage was great, wasn't it? That little
9, 10, 2, 2.
Whoa, this says it takes 2 playthroughs?
Yeah, 2 playthroughs.
Huh?
Daddy, I should say it. Hi. 5 more minutes.
Oh, because you need to do Undead Nightmare. That's right. So it says 2 playthroughs because one playthrough is Red Dead and the other one is Undead Nightmare. So that's why.
I want to touch your window.
But yeah, so we're definitely going to do that one this year as well. What else am I doing? Sorry, I get sidetracked so easily. Assassin's Creed Unity, Red Dead Redemption, Grand Theft Auto 5. Again, I don't know which version of GTA 5 I'm going to end up doing. Where is GTA 5, by the way? Oh, that's stealth games.
The cut part off. Keep it out.
What?
What?
I have GTA 5 for PC.
How many?
Unless I probably have the... Do I not have GTA 5 for Steam? Do I have GTA 5 for Rockstar's thing? Is it even on Steam? Yeah, it is. No, I have it. It's right there. It's in library. It just didn't show up there for some reason. So I have it in there.
Good job, Goody.
It's not showing up there.
Daddy. 10 one. 10 one. Good job, me. 10.
Unless it's... Unless I put it up here somewhere. No.
Good job, babe.
There it is. Where in the hell is it? I mean, there it is. Okay, I was really confusing. Okay. Also, some more games that we're going to be doing. Obviously, we're going to be doing Mafia 2. I got the definitive edition. So we're going to be doing Mafia 2 this year. Most likely this year we're going to be doing Rise of the Tomb Raider. These are ones I'm telling you stream that we're going to be doing via streams, right? What else? Remember, because we're doing sequels to games that we've done in 2024, because we've done the first parts in the series, and then we're going to move on to the next part of the series, because some games have multiple games in their series and whatnot. So, trying to think what else. It's very possible that I try to do MGS, The Phantom Pain. The only problem with this game is there's online that is no longer, I don't think, available. I'm not 100% sure. I got to look this up again because I always forget. That game is going to be one of the hardest games, I think, to do. I want to do Shadow of War because it's the second game. We did Mordor already, so I want to do Shadow of War. Assassin's Creed Black Flag, Assassin's Creed Shadows, which is going to start beginning of February, whenever that game comes out. We are going to do the platinum for that game. So Shadows, we're going to spend a lot of time with. It's going to be streamed most likely. But if I'm able, here's the problem. If I'm able to get Shadows early, it might be video format. Because if I get a game over a week early and I can have most of that game done, it makes more sense for me to do it in video format instead of just waiting on it. That's what we did with Indiana Jones, and look at how successful that was. So that's what we're looking at when it comes to that there. What else can I see myself doing? Oh, right here. We are going to be doing the Uncharted Legacy of Thieves collection. So this is not an open world game, which means I'm most likely going to be doing this one in video format. I'm definitely doing this one because our sponsor, Elizabeth, requested that we do this one. So this was her request. And so she wanted me to play Uncharted, because she loves these games. So we're definitely going to be doing Uncharted series within the next 6 months. So, and it might be sooner than you think. Yes. Now, this one needs to be completed twice because you need to do one playthrough on crushing, and then you need to go back and do another playthrough speed run in 6 hours or less. So that will require us to do 2 separate playthroughs. But yeah. Also, another game that I want to do is a game I don't have on Steam. I have it on Epic Games, but Epic Games doesn't have good achievements unlocks, so I might have to actually get this game on Steam so that I could do it. And the reason I want to do the Steam version as opposed to the console version is, well, I mean, I can put some mods in the game and I can have this game looking the best you've seen it and do a 100% guide for this. This one feels like it should be platinum, or excuse me, feels like it should be done streaming, but I don't 100% know. Our walkthrough we did of this game did very well, but that was back when it originally released, and people still really, really enjoy Cyberpunk, and I'm interested to see how I can play this game differently than I've already done it, because I've already done a complete stealth walkthrough of it. So, but I do know that
Boing, wee, boing, wee, boing, wee, boing, wee.
70 hours.
Daddy, how many minutes?
That's not as bad as I originally thought it was going to be. 2 more minutes. 70 hours, 3 out of 10, only one playthrough. Yeah, so I don't see why I can't do this one. If it's 70 hours, that's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Obviously, I would not choose Corpo this time because we did a Corpo walkthrough already. So I would choose either Street Kid or Nomad. But yeah, so there's another one. So you've already seen and heard some of the ones that I plan on doing. Metal Gear Solid Delta. Okay. I don't think I'm going to be able to get that game early because I have no contacts in the Konami fields. So what that means is most likely that game is going to be streamed with videos done for it as well, but stream first because I'm probably not going to get that early. If I was able to get it early, I would already have videos made for you guys. But definitely going to do a platinum guide for Metal Gear Solid Delta. And I heard it's coming out sooner than later. So I've heard that it's coming out like within the next few months. So if that's the case, that's going to be something to look forward to very, very soon. Guys, it's going to be a great year. Hopefully, I hope. But there's one thing you guys need to understand is that the beginning of the year is the worst time for ads. Starting January all the way until June, July, ads are going to be really, really, really low. So that is the time that you guys need to support whatever way that you can, either by, of course, becoming memberships or make sure you leave a like, make sure you're commenting, make sure you're doing everything you can to share all of that, because the beginning of the year is the worst time and it's where we make the least amount of money. Okay. We got pretty, I wouldn't say lucky, but this month has been definitely better. As you can see, we've made $2,221 this month. That's the best month that we've had. I want to say, Ella, watch out, honey. That's the, Ella, please. Just, I'm almost done, honey. I'm almost done. I know, I'm almost done. This was like pretty much the best. That's all we've made in 2024. That's not a lot for this little girl here and everything. So, beginning of the year is always going to be, you see the pop-up points that we've had. They've come like just 3 times where we've had, you know, numbers reach higher than normal. So that's not enough for anyone to live off of. Right there means we're on food stamps making that much money. So it's been tough. It's been really, really tough. So share as much as you can, like as much as you can, watch the videos for longer periods of time. That is what helps us continue to do it. Here you can see the videos that have done the best throughout the entire year. Still, our inside game has had another 500,000 views this year alone. Our second best video is a video that we did 2 years ago. The Bill Clinton. That's just crazy to think about. And you see only this one right there. That's the only video that shows up this year. Every other video, that's our best video this year. That's our most viewed video. That's crazy. Our most viewed video from this year is right, Ella, is right here. So we got to do better. We got to do better. Motivated. And I will, we got to do better. All right. As I promised, my little girl, Daddy's done now. Okay.
You're done.
All right. So say goodbye to everybody.
Bye.
There is our little year in review, plus a kind of a look through what we're planning on doing in the future. Obviously, I've got a bunch of walkthroughs that are going to be coming, so I hope you check those things out. Live streams Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Let's keep the momentum going as much as we can and hope for the best, everybody. I love you all. Have a great rest of your year. I don't know if I'll be doing another stream before the new year. I might, but I don't 100% know. Other than that, I love you guys. Be safe. Enjoy your new year. Make sure it's filled with love and family and and happiness, and I hope you reach all of your goals. I hope everything happens the way you want. Thank you all for continuing to support, and so we can keep doing what we're doing here. And I hope that we can make this year the best we possibly can, man. That's the goal. So thank you all. Thank you, Renee. Thank you, Trevor. Thank you, Quest, as Guardian, Chasen, Jen, Agent Homer. Thank you all. Thank everybody for being in here time and time again. I love you all. I can't wait for what the future holds. Everybody, look at the camera. Big. Hold on, so you can see. Right. Okay. Look at the camera. Big kisses. Mwah. Mwah. Up in the air. Put your hands in the air. Mwah. Mwah. All right. Love you guys. Be safe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
Let me see the camera. Daddy.
Okay, so we just got a big 10 gifted subs from Homer. So sorry about that. It came at the very end of the stream, so I turned it back on here. I wanted to make sure he got his love. So big shout out to Homer for the 10 gifted subs. Luckily, I was able to turn the stream back on before I hit the actual exit button. But say big shout out to Homer. Say Ella. Say thank you, Agent Homer.
Thank you, Agent Homer.
There you go.
And so you peacock.
But
Now you're so done.
I'm done now. Okay, love you guys. Thank you so much, Homer. I appreciate you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Don't you dare. Bye, guys.
See you later.
And don't you care the babies. Now you turn the TV off now.
It's your time now, baby. I'm all yours.
Now, Daddy, let's turn the TV off and then go downstairs.